Hey, what do you say, folks? Dave and Vin back here, late on a Wednesday night, getting ready for a chat here. Is boy, the heat just continues. Now, you guys got it worse than we did. I looked up; we were like 10 degrees cooler than you guys today.
Oh yeah, I'm at today was 105 heat index.
Oof.
Yep, but you wait all year for it, all
Yeah, we
summer. You wait through the winter months, and so it's all good.
we had a hot night at the rink last night, and then today I didn't go out. I went to the gym actually this morning, and but I was inside all day. Just I didn't go out at all. The only thing I went out to do is go grab the trail cam, see if I got any more
Okay,
visitors. So we got a few people in the chat room we want to say hi to. We have Joe coming by, and Bob comes by, and our buddy Phil, Michael comes by as well. Brian in the house, and Ryan. So far, that's who we have in the chat right now, and a few others that hopefully we'll say hi to shortly. But yeah, the try to have a positive show here tonight. It's been a tough few weeks here, so I'm not going to dwell on the negative. I want to get right on the positive stuff here. So I don't know. But the other night, it's like go outside and I bring in my trail cam. I just set it up on a short tripod. It's like a 2-foot tripod, and I just set it off facing the woods. And I says, I wonder if I'm going to get anything besides a coyote tonight, because people are getting tired of the coyotes, right? And I hop on this trail cam and I look, and holy cow, there's this big creature in the thumbnails. And I click on it, and I had an 8-point buck
I saw it. I
come
was
out of the
jealous.
woods, come right
Oh,
up to my house, look at the camera, and then go by it out to the street. And then
awesome.
behind him was a 6-point buck. The antlers were huge. It was huge.
They're beautiful.
It
That
was,
eight
yeah, it's
pointer
like they
had
were
some
taller than me.
rack.
It's like I wouldn't want to meet that thing. It's like he charges me. I'm done. He was bigger
You,
than me.
you're not outrunning it.
No, it's not. So it was kind of creepy actually that I caught that.
They would never bother you.
And so but that's the biggest one I've ever seen, because if you can picture, we're at the back of a circle, okay? And behind me are neighbors, and to the side of me are neighbors. But as the circle, as you get away from my house, it turns into woods. And I would probably say I got about a football field this way and then a football field this way. So it's almost like an L surrounding part of the circle, if you will. On the other side of that woods is highway. So it doesn't go into a big forest anywhere. I can see the highway. If I look out right now, I can
Okay.
see the highway through the trees. So it's not that far. It may be, like I say, 80 to 100 yards to the highway, and then maybe another 100 yards this way. And I think I get 2 football fields connected to each other. So there's woods there, but it's not what you would think that you would find huge deer living in. But I think they kind of stroll in and stroll out. There's a little path behind me, I heard, that goes through somebody's yard, and then that goes connects to the railroad tracks, and that connects to other woods in town. So they have this little trail that they must be going through. Either that or they cross the highway, which is super dangerous for them and for
Sure.
everybody else. Um, but I couldn't believe I got those big bucks
I
on
was
the trail.
surprised because I didn't know they would be in the same vicinity where coyotes were lingering.
I wonder about that too. I don't
But then
know
again,
if
an 8 point buck, I don't think you're afraid of any coyote.
yeah, no, this was a big boy, and there was two of them. So especially if that little coyote come around, they wouldn't have a problem with him. But
Yeah,
if there were two or three big coyotes, well, then you never know what's going to happen. And it's
they were
kind of
beautiful though.
yeah, he was really
You
gorgeous
gotta
looking
try and
there.
get
So
them on a live camera shot, like a
yeah, like a
photograph.
phone or something. You know what's
Yeah.
weird is uh when I went to work last night, I had to put the camera out about 5 o'clock, and I get home and I checked it, and it's 7:30. And at night, when it was still light out, they were out by the camera at 7:30 at night. And I was like, it's still pretty bright at 7:30. And I was like, wow, that's
Mm.
pretty ballsy of them. So I caught him running back into the woods. So something must have spooked him when he went back into the woods.
My
Uh,
daughter used to, well, obviously she don't see now, but when she was little, she used to love it. We'd go up to the Poconos and you'd see them, and I'd get a bunch of apples. I'd throw them out, and we'd sit in the car. I'd leave them right around, and they would come up
oh,
so
oh
close,
yeah,
and I would get all. And she used to bug out. She loved them. Yeah, we get
yeah,
them now, but that's because they're building everywhere. These poor things have nowhere to go. Mark
yeah,
Miller in the
yeah,
house. Can't get rid of this guy
yep.
today.
Stuff comes by, And Barbara comes by and
There she is.
Raymond. So
Rumor
thanks for
has
coming
it
by.
she has a new hockey game there,
Yeah, I can't
TG.
can't wait for her to play it. And like I say, any questions, obviously we'll help you out and get you through it. Once you start getting that game to roll, once you get it, it takes a few plays to kind of get what you're looking to do, and then it goes nuts. Yeah, Barbara's got the deer up her place. She's got
Nice.
bears at her place. I'm glad we don't have bears
I'm
here.
wondering if they're eating out of her hand. Bob, the bear's eating out of your hand
Yeah.
too?
Yeah, she's got it surrounded by a lot of woods up there. There's a lot of houses, but there's a lot of woods, and so you can see how they kind of uh, straggle around up there by her place. But you know what's really neat about this trail cam, Vin, is it's got its own Wi-Fi. So that's how you check what's on the camera. So I'll bring it in and you join the camera's Wi-Fi, and then you can download the pictures and videos and take a look at it. It's really kind of fun. It actually the Wi-Fi works from my bedroom. So even right now down in Studio B, I could go over to the window. If I get up to the window, I can join the camera and I can see what the camera's already seeing without leaving the house. Because
Cool.
but it's close enough. I mean, I'm right on the edge of like how far I can be. So I mean, I couldn't walk around the house, but I mean, if I get right into the corner where the camera is, I can see what's going on. So that's how last night when I come home from work, I checked. I was like, oh, the deer was here at 7:30 last night. I didn't get
Nice.
anything else. Like so, nothing else came around last night. So I don't know what was roaming out there, or maybe the deer scared away that little coyote. That's what I'm wondering. Maybe the
It's
deer
not
come in.
impossible.
Maybe they come in.
I know when I said we used to feed them the apples, and then I found out apples make them drunk.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you really don't wanna do that, especially you got a road near you, there's streets, so I don't do it
Yeah.
no more.
Yep.
Corn, they're better off with corn.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Christopher comes by, and Mike in the truck comes by, and Raymond says he had rats the size of deers. Yeah, the swamp rats are huge if you've ever seen them. Oh my gosh.
That's disgusting.
And Thomas comes by, and Joe's playing the King of the Hill. I got to look into a King of the Hill tournament, Joe. I think that's kind of neat. I like playing different things. The double elimination's fun. King of the Hill's fun
Mhm.
because you just kind of play and play until what they get 5 wins or whatever it is, something like that. It's kind of fun. Sean comes by as well. Hi, Sean. And Ron comes by. Hello, Ron. Good to see you. We're just kind of chatting here tonight, trying to have a fun, positive chat. So, yeah, it's been fun looking at the trail cam. We had one years ago, and I would put it on my fence and shining it into the woods. And I did get a deer back there one time at my back gate. I was like, holy cow, that kind of was crazy. And I don't know if I
That
ever got
that
the
one
coyotes, but
today is, ooh,
yeah,
beautiful.
that was a big,
Beautiful.
big one today. It
Mm.
was kind of fun watching that there. Um, but what else is going? Oh, so we've been watching this show. We've been watching a lot of shows. I think I told you I got Apple TV Plus for free for
Mhm.
3 months. I had a code and I put it in, so I got it for 3 months. So probably about a month in. So we've been watching a ton of shows, and we started watching this show called Silo, Silo, and it's based on a series of books, and it's about these people that live in this. It's a silo. It's 144 levels. It's just a big cylindrical tube in the ground, and these
Hmm.
people are there, and it's all about. And they're dressed like it's late 70s is how they're kind of dressed, and the computers are like mid 80s early 90s type of computers. Okay, so they have technology in the silo, but it's nothing super modern, or at least that's what you can't see. And so it's the premise of the story is these people are living on the ground. They don't know who built the silos or why they're there, but all they know is that's where they live. It's all self-contained. They grow food there. They have water there. They have a generator that gives them constant power, and they got to maintain all this stuff. And they have
But
the
do they
sheriffs
have
is
a
like,
game room?
uh, they do play some games down there, but I don't think they can create many new seasons because there's
No.
nothing being played,
There
you
you
know.
go.
But what's kind of neat is they have these cafeterias, and they have a big screen, and it shows the outside. They have one camera up top, and it shows the outside, and it's all barren, and it looks like I said, nuclear waste. But you can't see that far because they're in a crater, and so there's this hill in the way, so you can't really see. All you can see is the hill, and every now and then, when someone breaks the law or says they want to go outside, they put a suit on them and they send them out and they clean off the camera lens. They call them the cleaners. They clean off the camera lens, and then they try to walk and they don't even get halfway up this little hill and they die. And this it's so now their bodies are out there forever. So it kind of keeps people in check. Like, well, we can't go outside, but some people think that it's a lie, and they think that outside is fine. So they're trying to get the truth out of the people who know
Hmm.
and find out if it's safe to go outside. And they really play it up really well in this show that it's almost like they want to keep them in so they can control them. And part of me was thinking that maybe this is one of those things where all these people are in this silo and it's everyday life's going on around them and they're being monitored by people like as part of an experiment or something like that. So you don't know what's going on in this silo, but it is really good. And so we just started season 2 tonight. Oh, excuse me. And I was like, oh man, that was that was such a good. It's so fun,
It's
and
only
it's
on Apple TV.
Apple TV Plus right now. Yeah,
I
it is.
still
Yeah,
got to get rid of Verizon. Then I could do streaming, but
yeah,
so much going on. I just haven't been able to do it.
yeah. So it's been fun. So Sean says sounds like something under the dome. Kind of, sort of. Yeah, it's the same kind of thing. It's almost like Fallout. They had a Fallout show on Amazon Prime. It's kind of the same thing. As everybody's in their own vault, and they're connected somehow. But and then they find relics. Like they found a Pez dispenser, and it's called a red level relic or something like that. You can't have relics. You have to turn them
Ah,
in immediately to the people that powers that be. And of course, the powers that be have all these relics in their apartment. Of course, they do. That's the type of thing it is. But the show is called Silo, Silo, Silo. It's on Apple TV Plus, and it kind of reminds me. There's this book maybe it was a movie called The City of Ember. And I remember Bill Murray played the mayor. And it was the same thing. People are in this big underground city and they can't go outside. But in that movie, outside was fine, but they were still keeping the people in so they could control them. But some people found a way to go outside. It was kind of fun. It was neat. It was fun. So I've been enjoying that. What
there
else?
he
What else is
is,
on my positive things here? As
the
oh yeah,
rabid one.
yep. Um, And well, thanks for the kind words. Thanks for the kind words as we're sitting here just chatting tonight, trying to have a good time here. Joe says he likes watching Animal Kingdom on Netflix. Yeah, I can imagine some of that stuff's pretty wild too. It is. So what else we want to talk about here? So
See, I was just telling you, I chat with Mister Rabid Wolverine every day now.
yeah, and here he comes. He
He's
comes
a big
online.
gamer. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Hard
Uh,
working too, man. Guy works hard worker.
so so what is it? So I kind of like I said, I hit my little summer doldrum and I didn't play, but it was only about a week or so. Now I'm back playing and I've been hitting the hockey real hard this summer. What is it about me playing these games out of season? Like I'll play baseball in the winter, and now I'm playing hockey in the summer.
Me
How come
too.
it's just weird that you'd think I'd get excited for hockey season and play hockey in the winter or the fall, but it's here. It is dead of summer. It's 100 degrees outside. And even under my table right now, I got hockey bones on my table right now. I'm playing a 78-79 playoff game just for the heck of it. And it's like, man, I should be playing baseball. It's summer. Getting ready for football, and here I am playing hockey.
I don't
It's
know. I know we're hockey guys, and we play even more hockey during hockey season, but I'm not a baseball guy. So when I start getting the itch lately, I've been listening to a lot of different audiobooks on baseball. So I'm getting, I told you, I've been wanting to put together that Nolan Ryan replay. And I play retro baseball, but I'm not a constant like some of these guys. It's baseball season. They're knee deep in it. So kudos to them. They don't really have the time to break out other sports.
yeah.
And you have John Alexander, God bless that guy. So he plays everything. He's doing that project that is off the hook. I'm louder. Oh
Yeah,
boy.
is this any better? I turned myself up in the software. It sounds good on my headset, but I don't know if it's going out that well. So am I a little bit louder? I don't want to clip.
You're a lot a
Um,
bit louder now.
am I a lot? Yeah, because I was on like 30 or 40. I went up to 70. So let me know if that's too loud now. So Vin, you might need to turn me down on your headset there.
Yeah, I could do that.
Because the only thing is I'm getting Vin through my mixing board, but I don't hear the final mix going out. So I'm kind of hoping that it's a little bit better now. Joe says he same kind of gamer. He plays what he wants, no matter when it is. Yep.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Phil says because we miss hockey every summer. Yeah.
Phil's another big hockey guy. Big.
Sean likes to play baseball
You know what else
365.
Phil loves, Dave? You're just like him. He loves wrestling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You're not a big wrestling guy.
I used to be. I'm gonna turn down just a smidge here. I don't want to be too loud now, so I will. I will come down to about 68. How about 68? 68 any better? I just can't. I sound good here, but I don't know how you guys hear it. So
Yeah, I don't know how it comes across to them, but it
if we're
sounds
better now,
fine
if
to
the
me.
mix is a little bit better now, let me know. I can come up or down on my mixer a little bit. Um, but anyway, so just let us know if we sound any better now. That's all. I don't want to blow anybody's ears away, that's for sure. But
Much better, much better, much better.
all right, so that's better. Okay, thank you so much. Ron said that the other day. He said I was listening to your chat, and he goes, I was really quiet compared to Vin. I was like, boy, it sounds good over here, so I can't judge what's going out over the airwaves. And I looked in our settings look good here in the software, so it's just my computer. So I guess when it goes into my computer was bringing the volume down.
Mm.
So, and Phil loves the wrestling, can't get it out of his system. Yeah,
We got to
yeah,
get square circle on the table with you, Phil.
yeah.
I got it all
I don't
printed
play a
out.
lot of wrestling games. I got the Phil Singer one, so I want to play that, and I do want to roll a Hulk game, so I can get the Hulk on the table. If I have
Well,
Hulk, I don't know if I have the Hulk. I have Andre. I know I have Andre.
I have him for ST's game, and now tomorrow is I believe it's tomorrow. He's coming out with the new book
Oh, is he?
for the older WWF, WWE,
Oh, nice,
FE,
nice.
whatever it is. It's the one I know.
Yeah, that's what I watched. I watched it back in the. I watched it from the '70s right up to about 2000 and 2001. I
Mm.
actually there's a famous clip of Mankind winning the title
Oh man,
against The Rock, and that's when like Vince McMahon was with The Rock, and Mick Foley, Mankind was with DX, and they were all battling. There was the end of the night. Everyone's battling, and Mankind and The Rock are like in the ring, and they're trying to get to their knees, and Stone Cold comes out, and he takes a chair and he whacks The Rock in the head. Rock goes out. He picks up Mankind, throws him on The Rock, leaves the ring. The ref turns around, counts it. Mankind wins the title. That was in Worcester, Massachusetts, and I was there that night. And
wow,
every time that comes up, I was like, I was at that show. I didn't go to many shows. I went to a couple at the Boston Garden when I was a kid. I think I went to one in like '97 at the Boston Garden, and then I went to that one in 2000 at the Worcester Centrum.
you
And
talk
that was
about a
that. It
guy.
was they put on a great show. They really did.
You
And
talk about a guy who gave it all to wrestling. Mick Foley was,
yeah,
and guys who know it better than me will tell you that guy gave every drop of blood he had.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. It was. I still
That's
can't
cool.
understand.
That's a cool event you got
Yeah,
this
I
year.
went to that one, and they keep saying that's like one of the number one wrestling clips of all time. It's like I can't believe that was in Worcester, and I was there.
Nice.
Uh, then they got a little silly with stuff, but some of the, I mean, it was still very entertaining, and they're very athletic, and I could never do some of that. I still don't get how they get hit in the head with a chair and are all right. And I know they do it a certain way, and it makes a lot of noise, and it's not really, but you're still getting hit in the head with a chair.
If I
And
could find somebody in the neighborhood to volunteer, I'll work on it and let you know.
yeah, it was nuts. It was just when I see that stuff happen. Um, Let me see. Sean likes his wrestling. Yeah, there's local shows around here too. We used to go to a couple of them. They tried real hard, but they obviously wasn't like the big guys. But they tried real hard, and it was kind of fun. And yeah, Sports Time Machine. He likes that the pro wrestling superstar. Yep, yep. And Phil did a tribute to him on his podcast. Yep. And Scott says, "Where are you, Scott? That would have been a great show to be at. It was. It was so good. It was so good. That show because I remember Shawn Michaels was there, and he had just left DX, and he's like, I'm here, and I brought the cavalry, and DX come out, and we thought DX was getting back together, which was Triple H and the Road Dogg and Billy Gunn and X-Pac, I think was the DX. And everyone was so excited, but then they didn't stay together. They broke up right after that, but it was just for that one night. That was kind of neat. And then they
But
had
that
the
was a
hard,
monumental event you saw,
yeah.
bro.
Then they had the hardcore match, and it was Hardcore Holly and somebody else, and they were outside. So they left the ring and they left the building. So everyone's watching the TV because they're like, well, we can't see it. And it's showing them outside the Centrum fighting in the alley. And then they come back in. But for like 10, 15 minutes, we're like, all of us in the building, we can't see what's going on.
Right, right.
Except on the TV screen. So it was like, well, it was neat, but not if you were there. It's kind of like picture being at a football game and then they all go out in the parking lot and stop playing. It's like, well, you know. So, but that was the whole thing behind that. I still, when I go to the hockey games there, I walk by, I go up. That's where they were fighting right outside this door over here. So I still walk by that area. That was kind of fun. That was a fun event. Yeah. Well, so we used to do the wrestling for a while, and then we just kind of got away from it. It got a little bit sillier, and now they have so many wrestlers, and they're on like what 2 or 3 times a week now, and I just can't follow it
I
anymore.
haven't watched in
And
ages.
all my favorites started to retire, like The Rock and Stone Cold, and of course Andre died, and
Yeah.
um, Hulk Hogan's.
My favorite was Bret Hart.
He liked the Hart
Loved
brothers.
him.
Yeah, he was
I
he
just
was he was
loved Bret
okay.
Hart. I think
Yeah,
he was great for what I know about it. He was a phenomenal performer,
yeah,
and he would be. I forget what the expression is. That somebody here should know, but he helped people get over. He was good at letting people like shine, But
yeah.
you know,
I liked what wrestling did. I like what Vince McMahon did in the late '90s, kind of right before I stopped watching it. Is that the big thing was, is it fake? Is it fake? Is it fake? So is it rigged? It was whatever it is, scripted. And Vince McMahon finally come out and in not so many words says, we're like a guy's soap opera. And so basically he kind of said, yes, it is scripted, but we're going to put on a show, and that's what he did. They put on a show, and they suck you in, and you ride the waves with people. You see people, good people come bad become good. Alliances happen, people get screwed over. It's a soap opera. That's what he called it. But it's such highly athletic event, and people do get hurt at this event.
oh yeah,
It is real what they do. Now they're not really punching each other in the head or kicking each other in the balls, but all that, I mean, you don't jump off a ladder 20 feet high and land in the ring. That you can't fake that. That's an actual jump. Now
right.
you got to know how to do it, and people are ready for you. And I love how the referees were involved. Like they would go in their corner and they'd be like, they would tap them on the leg or something like that. Say, get ready. You know what I mean? Or they'd say move, or they'd say duck. And so the referee was part of it, part of the script. Like the one guy would say, tell him to duck. So the referee would go over in the corner, go, hey, duck. And so the guy would duck right when the guy come in. It's all perfect. It's like like watching a football game. Everybody's got their part to do.
Yeah, and if you listen to a lot or read a lot of older books, and again, these guys could tell you Phil's deep into it. There were guys they didn't like to work with because they weren't good at it, and they would
Yeah.
hurt you.
Yes. Yep. You
And they
could
didn't, and
get
it
real
led
hurt.
to like locker room disputes and stuff
Yep.
like that. You guys, they had to know how to work.
Yep. And Rabbit says he lost the DX in a new age.
Scott,
Outlaws.
roller
Yeah.
derby, yeah, Scott, that was
Speaking of outlaw,
classic
so
stuff.
outlaw JW says in the crease is excellent in regards to speed, accuracy, and level of detail. I've always said outlaw JW that inside the crease would be my favorite PC hockey game if it would just sim the other games. I love playing. I don't like playing it on the tabletop. I like it on the PC. The PC helps you. It makes it play faster, but you still get an idea what goes on with the game. I'm still confused with penalties, and people have tried to explain it to me. I just don't get the penalties in that game. But the rest of the game is super fun, and I use it to practice my play-by-play because it does a lot more than all the other games I play. And I really enjoy it. You have to just play every single game, though. You can't sim anything.
No.
Although I suppose you could do, if you got the 81-82 season, you could play a game and get the box score and share that in that co-op project. I suppose you could absolutely do that. But if you wanted to play you could play an entire season of any team. It's just that's the only game's going to be played. You
Right.
can't sim anything. And
No.
when I contact them, they says, "Oh, nobody wants those games simmed."
Mm-hmm.
Everybody I've talked to
Of course.
says they would play this game more. They want the other games simmed
Right.
so they can be part of a full season.
It's the other way. Not every gamer wants.
So
to
I don't know. I don't know who's telling them. I don't know who's telling them they don't want to be simmed, but yeah. So it is what it is.
It is what it is exactly.
Um,
But most gamers, they want to be able to do that.
yeah, and Scott says it's sports entertainment. Yes, that's exactly what it is. It's sports entertainment.
Yep.
And Kevin comes by and says, "I was like the guys that jumped off the ropes." Like, yeah, Jimmy Snook. I remember he was one of the first guys to go up barefoot,
Oh, yeah.
jumping off the top rope. The
Yeah.
super fly snooker.
He went up
Yep.
high, man.
Yeah, he's like the ultimate warrior. That's
I
pretty
liked him
cool.
too. And I like Sting.
Yeah, I remember when they changed that WWE because WWF had trouble with the World Wildlife Federation because they had WWF. I don't know if they had the trademark on that or what it was, but I remember. I was like, screw the Wildlife Federation, WWF. I was like, wrestle WWF. That's wrestling, and but it works with WWE, and everyone's happy. So I mean, they get over that hump. So I was happy with that. Joe says he remembers the Great American Bash in 1990 when Sting won the title against Ric Flair. See, I don't remember that one too much.
Oh, wow. That's cool, Joe.
And Scott says, anybody watch roller derby back in the day?
Oh, yeah.
Kind of, sort of.
Black and white TV.
And I was really into when Hogan and Andre the Giant were big. Yeah. Did you ever see that little clip of the little kid that went in to meet Hulk Hogan? You ever see that clip there? That was great. He walks in and he's like, let me tell you something. And Hulk Hogan goes, no, let me tell you something, brother. He's like, wait a second. The little kid was like, when I met you, I was only 3 years old. I was this high. Now I'm 7. So we're going to take it to the next level.
I got 24
he was so good.
pythons.
Yeah. The Hulkster and the Roadster. What up, pythons? I go, let me tell you something. Oh, it was so good. So good. That kid was so good. Yeah. I feel so good. That was such a feel-good moment. It was. And Mick Foley was crazy. Yeah, George Animal Steel, says the Brawler. Yep. And I remember when Hogan picked up that stinking giant and threw him onto the ground in front of all those Hulkamaniacs. That was a good time. I don't know if I ever watched that one. I really don't know if I ever watched that one or not. But so I do have the Phil Singer games. So I will get some wrestling going so I can play the Phil Singer game. Dave Little's supposed to come on and play that with me. He is the wrestling master. He does his wrestling every Saturday afternoon. I think it's like 4 or 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock Central Time. He does his wrestling on Saturdays.
He'll spend time in Japan.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Come on, Phil, put some up on the chat. Yeah, he even got some special belt he bought out there.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Fuji. I remember watching Fuji and Saito
at the Boston. Tanaka.
At the Boston Garden. It was Fuji and Saito when I was a kid. I don't remember Tanaka. Saito kind of disappeared, but Mr. Fuji went on to manage. It was kind of cool. But anyway, so I've been doing a lot of the hockey games. Obviously, the 49 Quick Decks hockey and the highlight hockey, and then Hockey Bones here. So have you been playing the full game of Quick Decks hockey?
I haven't yet because I was playing the CFL game.
Oh, that's right. Quick
Deck CFL.
That's right. Okay, so you haven't played the highlight yet. I know Joe Cards here hasn't been playing that. And I was kind of. I think he said he actually liked it, didn't he? Didn't he say he still likes the full game because you get everything, but the highlight game, it really is a condensed version.
Quick.
It doesn't replace the full game, but boy, you can really get into that highlight game and feel like you've played a full game.
Yeah, if you feel like you want to play with a few different teams, highlights is perfect.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Play with a few teams, you can almost play with every team in a league for over a couple of days.
I can get that done in like 25 minutes to a half hour.
Right.
And it's like, and it's not too short, but it's not too long. It's kind of like I say, the porridge that's just right.
I agree.
And if I want to play the longer game, it's there. It really is. But I don't feel like I'm missing a ton when I play the highlight game. I get enough highlights out of that.
I agree.
And but if I want to play the full game, like I'm playing the Hockey Bones here, it's taken me quite a bit of time to relearn how to play this, but I'm having fun with it. And I'm learning how that goes. Okay, Chris. Yes. Okay. So Joe says he has like the highlight game. Oh, good. Fuji and Saito and the Strongbow brothers. Yeah, Chief J. What was his brother's name? What was Chief J Strongbow's brother's name in wrestling?
I just looked at it too because they're out in the set that's the new book that ST's coming out with.
I know it. I
you can't. It's just my memory shot.
Begins with a J.
Chief J Strongbow and I don't know.
Yeah, Phil's got it. Jules.
Jules
Strongbow. It wasn't. I think they were both. Weren't they both Italians? I don't think they were really Indians. They were both Italians or something like that, when I remember. But that was their Chief J Strongbow and his brother Jules, and they could never beat him.
Strongbow, come on.
Yep. I remember they played
She'd be like Pocahontas. You'll coker 'em, Strongbow.
They fought at the Boston Garden, 2 out of 3 falls, and they were 1 fall apiece going into the final third fall for the tag team championship. And Fuji and Saito, of course, get disqualified, so they retain the title. It's like they never change hands in Boston when I was a kid. It's like you could go to 100 shows and just nothing would ever change. Nothing would ever change. And Sean said he got his refund for a dice towel that never arrived from China. Well, that's good.
At least you got the refund. Did they send it in yen?
Yeah, I know, right? My wife used to order that stuff, and she get the stuff. He goes, "Well, here's my large T-shirt." It's just like it just yeah. So when are we gonna learn that we order that stuff? Oh, this is great. $3 for this, perfect. Oh, it's in my size. Yeah,
They
yeah,
say you get what you pay for.
yeah. And Brian says he goes in streaks where I play a lot of face to the mat. Yeah, I go in streaks too with games, as you guys obviously know. That I just stopped playing until like the quick decks hockey. I couldn't stop playing that, and I had to physically pull myself away because I played so much of that, and then the bank shot basketball. I couldn't stop playing that. Just a couple of great games.
Wrestling's finest PC game is the best around. I just don't like the way the tag teams are done.
Yeah,
They don't feel like, it's just, I don't know, like clunky.
do I think roller derby was scripted? Of course it was. Of course it was in the 70s. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. There's actually roller derby up here, and I watch. I used to go to some of those. They used to practice. I used to have a rink up here, and they used to practice at my rink. It's called the flat track, and it wasn't curved. You know how that like it was back in the day.
Phil's correcting me. Yen is Japanese. I'm not going to comment on that, Phil, but I'll call you tomorrow and tell you what I'm thinking. Yen is Japanese. Okay. What's the Chinese currency? Chopsticks?
Enzo says I only play baseball so but he's a huge hockey fan. Which hockey version? Which game is a hockey version of APA baseball? Meaning accuracy, speed. Is it APA? Well, no. I'll be honest with you. If you like APA basic baseball, I would highly recommend 49 Quick Decks Highlight Hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah, the APA hockey. If you like APA, you might like APA hockey, but you're not going to play an APA hockey game as quick as you will play an APA baseball game.
Yeah, I don't know, Bob.
It's not going to happen.
Stick around, sweetheart. You never know.
I haven't tried the squared circle yet.
It's awesome.
I need to sit down with him.
Best board wrestling game I've ever played.
I need to get on that and play that. I do. So, yeah. Chopsticks is Blank Slate. It's called Blank Slate.
It's a fun game.
So I saw Dave Cook sent out his basketball announcement.
Buzzing.
Did you see that? In the description, it says, along with his usual things, the chalkboard and a few other things, there's 2 big things that stick out to me. One is the fact that you can now play a season and roll into the next season.
I saw that. Into the fictional.
And you can do one of 2 things. So guys will improve or disprove, or what I don't know what the opposite of improve is. A lesson. They'll get weaker, or they won't be as strong, or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
In the next season, depending on how they do. So it'll be more like a real life transfer. So if somebody had a bad season than a good season, well, you're not necessarily guaranteed to have that change. And you can determine if you want the actual rookies to come in, or do you want fictional rookies to come in.
Yeah.
And so you can really have your own universe going with this now. And so that was the first thing, was rolling into the next season. And the other thing was, he says you'll be able to input your own stats into here if you wanted to play a game on the tabletop.
The fictional guys are going to love it. Like Marco was just talking about that. He'd love to have a program that would. So, Dave, if he does it with basketball, he's going to do it with the other sports. So
if he did it with hockey, that would be great. Nothing against the Mike's Blue Link software, because that's still pretty good. I haven't used it because I haven't had a hockey product that needed that yet. But if you could be part of one that would simulate other games and have it be all in one, that would be fantastic. And I'm kind of wondering now, um, now that Paul, is it Paul Fay, right? Is
Hmm.
he's doing
Yep.
the Pocket Pennant Run
Yeah.
software, which now you can play baseball games on.
You know what I was surprised and I felt bad? He was asking for play testers. There's people out there, but yet, and I give those credit, the ones that I think it was Kevin that said, I don't have the time, so he wouldn't just take it on. But there's got to be somebody that could help him. I can't. I don't know the program that well, but I would love to have helped him. Paul is a wonderful guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So he's working on the baseball one. He said he might even be working on a hockey one at some point. But I'm wondering if the cards and dice are making such a comeback here that the PC people want to try to find a way to include them,
Yeah. Well,
because I absolutely would love to have a game that I play like Action PC Hockey, and then every now and then pull something out on the table and play it and put in those stats. Or take one team and play all season and then have Action PC Sim the rest of it and have it be an all-in-one type of thing. So I'm kind of wondering if this. I've seen a lot of people that are trying to take PC programs and allow you to input your game stats into it. So
yeah, no, I'm looking forward to seeing what it does because, we use the ice score. I think Dave's
yeah,
game would be way better to use. It's just a
yeah,
matter of
yeah,
space.
yeah. I'm thinking the same thing. That's why I might pick it up and try to use it, because that way there I could take two teams, set my lineups, and I wouldn't have to input everybody into the iScore. Although the iScore was simple to use, I got to say it really was, as far as that goes, and keeping times and everything. So, but I'd have to see how it does it. If they could pull it off, that would be great. That would be great. Raymond says, "Oh yeah, shootout hockey. Yeah, I don't want to forget about shootout hockey. But I think 49 highlight hockey is a little longer to play. And I think you get a little bit
Hockey.
more hockey out of that. You don't get the
Yeah.
shots on net though. That's what I don't think you get that. But so shootout, you get full stats.
Right. Some guys
Um,
love the shots. They want the shots on
the
goal. They want
difference
the
between
goals.
the difference between shootout and 49 highlight hockey is shootout players are ranked to see when they take the shot. So when you find out there's a shooting attempt, then you roll to see which player gets it, and that's kind of stacked towards the better guys. Whereas in the highlight hockey, you're trying to see who gets the puck to get the shot, and it's teams facing off against each other. So it's the skill levels matter in highlight hockey.
Yeah,
So
the
it's two,
lines, whoever's on the ice at the
yeah, who's
time, the
on the ice
parents.
at the
Yeah.
time, and
Yeah.
who's on the ice for the other team that
Yep.
might decide that.
Yep.
So they're very different games. In shootout, you play a lot faster, I think, if that's what you're looking for. Um, so Wolverine says, check out Hockey Bones. Appa and Hockey Bones are almost identical, and you can't go wrong either way.
Hmm.
Appa has more seasons that you can buy in print than you can with Hockey Bones. I do like the Hockey Bones cards. In fact, I have them right here in front of me. They're two-sided. You buy them from drive-through cards, and they're fantastic. And they're, I think it depends on the season. They're right around the same price as Appa. I think maybe a little bit less. Cards are a little smaller, but everything's on the card. So when Hockey Bones, everything's right there on the card.
Yeah.
Okay, you got a couple of charts off to the side, but for the most part, you can look at the card and figure out what's going to happen on a play.
I might
And,
bring it to Joe tomorrow.
and with
Let him
Appa,
see that too.
you do have to go. You get the number and you go to the chart like you do with the baseball game. Is what it is. Paul is creating a hockey game that is likened to the Pocket Pen and Run engine model. That would be
Mhm.
kind of cool.
Yeah, he did mention it.
And yeah, we need to get more shootout seasons. That's a fun one there. Shootout, another shout out. Shout out to shootout. Shout out to shootout. Yep. Strategy hockey looks similar to Apple hockey. I have that strategy hockey, but I don't play because I only the one season. I broke it out. And I did an unboxing, but I haven't played it yet. Highlight is no, it's not the longer game. Highlight hockey is the quicker game. Highlight hockey's once you get going, is going to take you 20 minutes to a half hour. The quick decks hockey, I know it sounds
She might
weird.
mean that it's longer than shootout.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Yes, it is. Yeah, shootout's probably the fastest. Hockey Bones and Appa are going to take you 60 to 90 minutes.
Mm.
Quick decks hockey will take you 60 to 90 minutes. because it's full play. You're taking every shot on net. Whereas
Mm.
highlight hockey, you're kind of stopping the action, and um, but it's so good. It really is. Uh,
Okay, no, you were right. She
okay.
thought highlights was the longer version. No,
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
quick
I
decks
actually
was
was
the
playing
longer.
I was playing the quick text version with Grant, and then he goes, "Okay, let's try the
Yeah,
highlight one,"
yeah.
and that's the shorter one. So I learned on the longer one. They're both they're the same. They really are. It's just you read the card and you follow what the card says. It's just there's a lot more cards to follow in the full game because you're getting every single shot and everything thing like that. Yeah, it is
Oh,
strange how he words it. Yeah, the quick deck sounds weird. It sounds like quick decks is a quicker game, but it's not. The
I know it
highlight
is
one,
weird.
it is
Everybody says
screwy.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And Kevin says app is his favorite hockey game. Yep, I like it too. I really
I
do.
know people that love it. I never played it. I'm sure it's really good.
Yep.
I used to have the computer version, and one of the things I liked that other games didn't have, it had a shadowing feature, which was great because that was real hockey at the time. What
Mhm.
is Phil saying?
He's
Oh,
off from work tomorrow.
I'll text you later, Phil.
Nice. And Brock comes by. Good to see you, Brock. Yep. Thanks for coming by. And yeah, Joe
Hey,
says
bro.
yeah, the 49 hockey teams are reasonably priced. They really
Oh
are.
yeah. Did I tell you I like the CFL game so much? I said, let me go buy 4 more seasons.
Oh, you did? Oh wow.
As you're buying them, the price is going down. They came to $10.61 for PDF.
Oh wow.
Come on. How could you beat that? I almost felt guilty not getting the printed ones.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, how could you,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
$10.61?
Yeah.
It's less than $1 a team
Yep.
for the work
Joe's
he puts in.
Phil's been trying to coax him into getting Apple hockey. I like it. I mean, I said it before. The rule book's really weird. It's hard to follow almost, but I've figured out a way to get through it, and the game is super fun. And for me, I think it was the penalties and the assists. That was a killer for Appa. Is finding assists and getting penalties were really funky. And I actually went back and tried to play it the actual way, and it was a little bit better, but there's faster ways to get assists and faster ways to get penalties, and it just makes it so much better. I do, I do, I do like the Hockey Bones penalty system the best. I think I like them the best. I just find that I have a pretty good variety of uh, fights. I have a pretty good variety of coincidental minors and things like that. And some of the other games, I tend to fight with that stuff. It's always just a minor penalty, but I find that the Hockey Bones does I think they're the easiest too to figure out the penalties
I was just
myself
going
too.
to say, because some hockey games, it's tough to work. You almost hope you don't have any penalties, but then you'd be like,
Yeah.
that's not realistic. There's no penalties.
You know, I was just about to say that when I first started playing APA hockey, I was getting a ton of penalties, and I would come up with homebrew rules to re-roll to see if it's going to be a penalty. Because, like, man, this is stupid how many penalties I'm getting. And then, like I say, you would play a game and you'd be like, "Well, I finished the game. There's only 2 penalties." Well, that's not real either. So I tend to just go with it. If the penalty, it's a penalty now. I used to fight that back in the day. But Ron and I spent so much time. We would get on to Hockey Reference and look at the average penalties per game, and he'd be like, "That's pretty spot on to what they did." And it's like, are you telling me they had to kill 10 power plays average every game? And he's like, "That's what it says." So if I get 9 or 10 penalties or 11 penalties, I'm in the ballpark. And it doesn't feel like it because you got to keep stopping and changing and putting in power play lines. But that's what it was. It really
Yeah.
was. Kevin, I'm out of here before you guys convince me to buy more games. I know that's what we
Oh,
do.
stick around, Kev. We got a few more minutes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Keep your wallet nearby.
yeah. If you use the Apple Hockey adjustments, especially for ODAI, which is opposition defense. I don't know. It's some Space Force type thing. I don't know how you call it. Offensive, defensive, American. I don't even know what ODI stands for. It rolls off the tongue. Yeah, the just forget about that and just use the individual defensive ratings, which basically means you get the puck and you roll the dice to see who you're going up against. And then you look at that person's defense, and that'll determine if your roll goes up or down, anything at all. It's just that's the way to go. And it took me 10 minutes because I was like, oh, it's going to take forever to do it this way. It took me 5 or 10 minutes, and then I was like flying through it so fast now. Yeah, and the Mike
That's
Berger
what I
penalty
need.
chart.
Another $1,000 to
Yeah,
invest in a hockey game.
yep. So I use the Mike Berger penalty chart too. It just works so much better. It does. So there's a few things I've changed in app. But the thing about Hockey Bones, Vin, I haven't touched Hockey Bones. The only thing I do in Hockey Bones that's different than the rules is on a delayed penalty, which none of the other games have. Hockey Bones has delayed penalties, which is great. But what's supposed to happen on delayed penalties is the person with the puck gets one roll of the dice. It's a non-time roll, so you don't flip time. It's just they get one roll of the dice, and if they get a shot, you follow the shot, and if it's not a goal, then that ends it. What I do, and this is the only change I really make to Hockey Bones, is I play it until the other team touches the puck.
Okay.
And I know that's not what you're supposed to do, and it could lead to more goals, but I find that's kind of fun. I find that's kind of fun. So if it goes back to the defenseman and he makes a pass to the wing, they still have the puck. Now, technically, that's supposed to be a 20-second or 24-second time span that something happened on that, and the puck ended up on the stick of the left wing. So it could have been touched by the other team. So I know why they want you to have that immediate shot only and nothing else.
Okay.
But I've been playing it that way. And that so if as long as it's a shot and a save and the rebound goes back to the shooting team, the other team hasn't touched the puck yet.
Right.
So I tend to play it that way, and I kind of like that. And for me,
more realistic.
It feels like I'm getting a little bit more hockey out of it, and it feels a little bit more realistic to what would really happen. And when the other team touches the puck, then they touch the puck and it's over.
Yeah, hockey has a lot of delayed penalties, and they get exciting.
Yep, it is. Mm-hmm. Ryan points out, yeah, so it's the offensive defensive adjustment index. I think it's the opponent defensive adjustment index. But he really likes the homebrew to look at one player. Because what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to add up everybody on the ice, and that gives you a number, and then that's the number you use to make the adjustment. Whereas if you look at the individual player, you're looking at that individual player only. So it's in app of baseball, it's a team defensive number. Well, in the master game, where the ball's hit, that's the guy you check. So if you have a superstar shortstop in baseball, but your left fielder kind of sucks or whatever it is, that'll balance out. But in the master game, if you hit it at the shortstop, he's going to gobble it up. Where if you hit it in the left field, he might not. So because you're going after the individual, and that's kind of how the hockey works with the individual system.
Okay,
is that if you're going up against a weak left winger, you might get that shot on net. Whereas if you're playing the team ODAI, everything balances out. So that winger now becomes better.
Yeah, and so now he
might make the play. Yeah. And I know guys like Tebow love the right out of the box and play it. And there's nothing wrong with it. They can do it that way. The individual, though, Mike Berger come up with that, I think it was. And it makes the individuals mean more, almost like an app of baseball. And it's faster because you do the math in your head. So basically if the guy's a 2 on defense, nothing changes. Two is the zero sum. Okay. If he's a 3, then you add 1. 4, you add 2. 5, you add 3. So again, 2 is the 0 mark. And if he's a 1, then you subtract 1. So lower is better for the shooter, by the way, in Apple hockey. You want to get a 1. If you can get a 1, it's a shot on goal.
Okay.
So if you were to roll, if you were to roll a 4 and you could subtract 1, now you're getting 3. Now you're getting closer to that shot on net. Whereas if you roll a 5 and you got a 4 defenseman, so you're adding 2 to that 5. Now it's a 7. Now that's a shot block plus 2, and that means the shot's probably going to be blocked. It's because the defense has stepped up and made the play. So I know I'm kind of getting into a lot of detail here, but the individual way to go with, I really like that. And I think it makes the game faster, and it doesn't matter who's on the ice because, you're supposed to change the team ODAI every time you change. And if you mix and match lines, you got to recalculate it.
Oh, that's
Just
not for me.
I go with the individual. It's so much better. It really
Cool.
is.
Seems like a lot of the guys on the chat do.
Yeah. Scott says, Scott wants 49 hockey, 49 football, and matchup football. No way I can get them all. I would say what you like. If you like the hockey, start with 49 hockey. That's the way to go. If football is your game, then either 49 football or matchup football. You know, I
Yeah.
don't know if you could come out with a highlight version for football. I think it would just be drive by drive.
I
I
thought he
don't
was
know.
working on it, but
I
there's
don't know if there's.
so many quick play football games out there.
Yeah,
Don't need another one. Just
yeah.
don't. Let me tell you, the 49 highlights, football, whatever it's called, quick decks. It doesn't take long. It took me a while because I had to keep referencing back in the book. Poor Joe Costa, thank God. He's such a good guy. He was answering my questions off of Facebook. Grant was good. I could see the game taking 90 minutes at the most.
Oh, I think it's right up there with all the other games.
You know,
With
it's not that long. It's not going to be as long as playing these other games, which I
no,
won't go on about.
well, I mean, I think the standard football game. If you go play by play, you got to figure you got 120 plays.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be between 45 seconds and a minute per play. There's just no way around it because if you're keeping stats and you're writing stuff down, even if it's a run up the middle for a couple of yards,
I don't know. Some
by
of
the
them
time, I mean,
pretty
how quick
quick.
could you run a couple of plays though? Or if there's a penalty, you got to check for a penalty, or there's time it takes to run 120 plays. It just, I mean, yeah, maybe if you said okay, go, and you were trying to speed run it,
Yeah, I don't
maybe
play like that.
but if you want to play and enjoy it, a minute per play, 60 seconds a play to enjoy that play is right about right, or even 45 seconds.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
Some of them went pretty quick. If there's nothing, no, well, a lot of people that don't play it wouldn't understand. So we could discuss that another time. But if there's no like modifiers or anything, you're just flipping the play card. Now you got the result
yeah,
card. Boom, boom, boom. I don't know. I found it moved pretty quick.
I
What I
found
wanted
I
was a punt in the end zone to get something fancy going, but it
yeah
didn't happen. To get
I
a
played. Yeah,
rouge.
what was I played Solitaire Pro the other night, Solitaire Pro football, and I think that's the fastest of all because it's fast action cards and it's boom, 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 and that one. I forget how long it took me to play that one there, but because I was trying to remember how to play. But once I get in the groove and I get in the second half, I was flying through that game. I really was, and so I think that's the fastest game, the Solitaire Pro, and then season ticket football is right
Yes.
behind that as far as speed
Yes.
goes.
Yes.
And then after that, I think that's when you get into the APA footballs and the second seasons and things like that because you're doing a lot of checking and flipping of charts and the whole bit. So those are the longer ones
Yeah.
of the ones I
Great
play.
games, but they're long.
And the 49 football, that's another fast action. That feels like it's the big brother or the modern version of Solitaire Pro Football. It does kind of the same kind of thing in the same, but you're rolling dice too. That's the thing. Solitaire Pro Football is no dice. That's why it's so fast. It's like,
Hmm.
here's the play. It's going to be a run. It's going to be Tony Dorsett. He's going up against this defense, and here's the result of the play. You're done. And just do that. So you can really crank through plays. You can get through a play in 20 to 30 seconds in that
Right.
game.
Season ticket, where I got to the point when I was playing it, and it wouldn't take me more than a couple of plays now. The rolls on the offensive play card and defensive play card, after a while, you remember them.
Yeah.
Throw the dice, you see what they are, boom. Now you
Yeah.
throw the dice for the play, and you're jumping on it. It's extremely quick. Extremely quick. It's just a matter of what stats you want to keep. I do the play-by-play and do the stats afterwards, but I write most of them down. But that game is so smooth,
Mm.
so smooth.
The other thing I want to talk about here tonight on the chat is just getting games as close as you can without being hung up on every little detail of the game. And what I mean by that is, so I set up this game tonight between the Kings and the Rangers, actually last night, and it's just hockey bones. I just wanted to play some bones, and I found a playoff game. And what I like about hockey bones is they have everybody carded. So I was able
Mhm.
to put everybody in the game on my table, and I could play this playoff game. But I don't know the lines. And it gives you a guide. It says, who plays how many shifts, and you do that. But it never works out to be exactly 60 minutes when you do that. So I try to put the guys with the most shifts on line one and then the second to most on line two.
Right.
but I still don't know exactly who played with who. And I used to really fret about that. And like, man, I really want to get this right. And then I was like, well, you know something? I could drive myself crazy trying to make it right. I really could. Even in the 49, quick decks or the highlight game, I would go in and make I go to Excel and I create my team in there because I like the team sheet. So I will
Yeah.
move guys around but I don't know who played with who. And and I don't know if this guy played the point on the power play. So I just take what Grant did, and that's close enough for me. If I could just get everybody on that sheet that played in the game, I'm okay with that. So again, I get it as close as possible. Again, we're playing games here. And I was too hung up on trying to get it right and trying to get everybody in the game who played in the game, even baseball, trying to figure out, okay, is this who played in the game? And I don't want to screw it up by bringing in somebody that wasn't in the game. And I was really hung up on that for a while because I like playing the game. Give me the two teams, and this is who I'm going to play. Put them in this box. I'm going to play with what's in the box.
Yeah.
And I don't want to play someone that wasn't in the game, or sometimes the guys on the third and fourth line have a really high shooting percentage. Well, because they only played a few minutes a game. So if you were to play them, half the game, they'd probably score 6 goals, and they might have got 6 goals all season. So now you're gaming the game.
Yeah, that's one thing I never do.
And so I just want to get as close as I can. Even when I was playing the solitaire pro football the other night, I was like, I'm just going to get as close as I can. I'm not going to be too concerned about this, that, and the other thing. Let me just get it as close as I can. And if I get stuck on a rule, especially the rules, that's kind of where I was going with this. If I get stuck on a rule, right, I really don't. I don't want to dwell on it. And be like, okay, what do I do now? Now I got to get on Facebook, and now I got to do, because that's what I was doing, with Bank Shot and 49 Hockey. I mean, I want to get it right, but at some point, it's okay to, if you screw up a rule, it's okay.
Yeah, well, the thing is, Dave, and I told you at the moment, do what's logical in your mind, but ask the question for the future. But do what's logical in your mind, be consistent across the board, and, then ask the question, because I like to know the rules too, but I'm not going to keep stopping because I've done it.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to ask this question. Oh, I got to ask this question. And it ruins the whole flow of the game. I
It does.
Rich is playing.
Yeah, Rich is playing some matchup football.
What
Ohio State,
season?
Michigan.
What season there, Rich?
He posted over here. So he's going to do 156 total plays. Oh, wow. That's okay.
How many plays did they hit?
156 total plays.
Are we in 69? Let's see what he says. Because that's not current, that's for sure. No way is that current. I'd have to look at my teams.
Tim says he's never been able to do a full play football board game in under 2 hours. He's enjoying Second Season Express at 30 minutes. I wanted to get back and play that. My thing, though, Tim, was when I started playing Second Season Express, I was aching to play the full game.
Yeah, because it doesn't give you a feel of...
The Express is fine, but it's like, man, I really want to get into the full game. I just that game of I forget who I played the other night in Solitaire Pro. Who did I play, Vin? Oh, Houston, Pittsburgh.
Yes.
And I think it was what, 79. 79 that played Houston, Pittsburgh. 27-20. That was a fun game.
Yeah.
I had all the ebbs and flows. Bradshaw got hit and fumbled, and Houston got a scoop and score for 6 points.
Oh, okay.
Pittsburgh missed an extra point in the game. Tony Frisch was hitting field goals from all over the place, but he missed 2 from long distance. It felt like a damn football game.
Right.
And then Houston, stopped them on the final drive and had one last chance to drive down the field, and they got halfway down the field, and the drive stalled. They got intercepted on a pass, and it felt like a football game.
I don't play the Express games. I feel like I'm missing too much.
Didn't care
but
how
guys love them. Listen, it's what you like to do. Just keep doing it, and don't worry about what other people think.
The drive-by drives are fun. The drive-by drive, and there's several of them, and they're really fun to play. But there's really nothing like when you play a full play football game. It is so satisfying. It really is.
So Rich is 68 Ohio State and 99 Michigan. Oh, okay.
Yep. And David says for football, it's not about the speed, it's about the immersive experience. If it means taking a break and coming back, fine. Yeah, that's exactly it. It took me a couple days, off and on. to play that football game out, but it didn't matter. I wasn't in any hurry. I just was down here minding my own business and playing, and it was fun. Um, and Joe says I like Second Season Express. Gives season ticket football a try. Yeah, you get the free game. The game's free, and then you got a couple of teams to play with. Then you buy the seasons.
Season ticket is definitely less than $2.
Yeah. Well, Sean says he goes, there is no right with this stuff. Yes, there is. It's all right. It's all right. There's no wrongs. That's the thing. There's no wrongs. I'll disagree with you there. There's no wrongs. You do what you want to do.
How's there no rights? It's
you play it how you want to do it. And if you don't like the long games, then don't play the long games. You like the fast games, great. Some people don't like the fast games. They only like the long games. That's fine too.
Yeah.
Jeff said that the line shift stuff kept me from getting into hockey earlier. Once I settled on the Apple hockey lines, it makes real life adjustments. I started enjoying the game. Well, here's what I did. Here's what I did with line changes, and I created. There was actually there were these raffle tickets in Word. I found it was raffle tickets, and I just changed all the wording, and I put offense line 1, offense line 2, and I had 10 tickets printed out for the 2-minute shifts. Okay, there were 10 tickets. And line 1, I think, got 5, and line 2 got 3, line 3 got 2, and then line 4 got 1. Somehow I worked it out to be 10 shifts for everybody. So maybe it was 4, 3, 2. I forget what it was. Okay. But line 1 played the most, and line 4 just get that 1 shift every period. So I took those cards, I cut them out, and I shuffled them. And I did one for offense and defense for each team. And so I would just flip the card. And so after 2 minutes, I'd flip the card to see what lines come out. That's kind of how I did it. So that way there, it wasn't always line 1 versus line 1, line 2 versus line 2, because I got bored with hockey. It's like, man, and then you're playing against yourself, so it's hard to coach. Well, I'm going to bring out line 1. Well, I'm going to bring out line 3. It was so hard. So now what I did is I had those things printed out, and you can just print them on a piece of paper if you want, or blank bank shot cards, and just make line 1 the most, then line 2 the second most, and then line 3, and then and just get 20 minutes worth of cards, whether you're playing 1 minute a card or whether you're playing 2 minutes a card, and flip the card to see which line comes out, and you get different lines against different lines. Line 1's going to be out there the most, and then line 2 the second, but line 4 will get out there.
49 hockey is set up that way.
Yeah, so the 40, and so you might even be able to use that little grid there too, because that mixes up the lines really very nice.
Yeah.
But that's how I did it when I first started playing APA and even Hockey Bones. I was flipping these cards to see which line was out there. Since then, Keith has created a fantastic Excel spreadsheet, which I use. It rolls the dice, and you keep track of the lines. You at the start of the game, you put in on the spreadsheet how many shifts per game do you think each line's going to get? And then, so what you do is you put it in. So, okay, so line 1 offense, line 1 defense for each team, and you hit the subtract button, and it subtracts a shift from their total. And so then when the shift ends, it says time to change lines, and it gives you suggestions on what lines to put out there that are different than what's on the ice.
Cool.
And sometimes it'll say 3, sometimes it'll say 4, sometimes it'll say 2, but it's never the same line twice in a row.
Facing the same line. Right.
So sometimes you'll get the line 1 matchup. Sometimes it'll say 1 versus 3. Sometimes it's 2 versus 3. Sometimes it's 2 versus 4. But so that was ingenious.
And that's an app.
It's an Excel spreadsheet. Excel spreadsheet
For anything.
That's for hockey.
For any hockey.
Well, you could use it for any hockey. I have one for APA, one for Hockey Bones.
Okay.
And they're just timed differently, because app is 30 seconds and Hockey Bones I think is 24 seconds.
That's cool.
And so that's how I do my lines. Is I was using my individual cards, and sometimes I still use those. So when I'm playing like Hockey Blast, I still use it when I play Hockey Blast. I know you're not supposed to do it that way, but I do it to mix it up just for fun. But so I found when I started doing that, when I just had random lines coming up against random lines, but they were weighted that the best lines played the most. And again, line 4 would just get out there once a period or something like that. I found that to be really fun, because you could get those odd matchups. And if line one come up 3 times in a row, I would play line one 3 times in a row. Okay. And I know it's not realistic and they wouldn't play 6 minutes in a row, but when I look at it at the end of the period, they got their minutes, but at the end of the period, now line three has to go out because line one is too tired. The coach double shift them too many times. And so that's how I would play it. And again, I go back to my point here, getting as close as possible. You're not going to get it exact. Get as close as possible. When the game's over, at the end of the game, line one played the most, line two plays the next most, then three, then four. If they played back to back, if they didn't play back to back, at the end of the game, it all comes out in the wash. And as long as you got it close, and as long as you had fun with it, that's all that really matters,
The other thing with hockey too is, we talk about shifts and all, and when you play back in the high penalty era, when there were penalties, insane penalties, a lot of times your first line, your finesse players, they weren't going to get as much ice time as you hoped because they weren't penalty killers.
Yeah, exactly.
So they would lose out on ice time. And you had to rely on your grinders and your penalty killers. So,
Phil, I'm just getting back to the chat here. By the way, Rich says he's playing 39 plays a quarter.
Yeah, that's me. I love it. Good. That's fun, Rich. You know that.
That's going to be
he's having a blast.
High-scoring game.
No, it don't have to be. Those guys, those teams are grinding it out. That 68 Ohio State team, that's like 3 yards in a cloud of dust team, but their defense was excellent. Yeah.
Well, you would think though that. Well, I'll get back to remind me to talk about football plays. Chat remind me, Vinny remind, because I want to get back to the chat room here. So how do I like the Bucks bringing back the creamsicles? I love it. They're a few years too late. I really want to see Tom Brady in a creamsicle. One of my favorite quarterbacks in my favorite uniform. That would have been. I love
the jersey, the quarterback.
Okay. It's all right. That's all right.
What are you going to do?
Tim says I play second season express for regular season games and full play second season for playoffs. I enjoy both. But here's what you could do. The great thing about some of these express games or the highlight games is you could play the first half or the first period or the first 2 periods in the quicker version and then jump into the full version. Now, you don't get your full stats,
right?
Because you've chosen to sacrifice stats for speed.
Yeah, I can't.
But that's the way to do it too. Is play the first 2 periods in highlight hockey and then set up a great third.
Yeah,
or something like that. So you can mix and match. And even with second season, you can play the express and then jump out at the half or whatever it is, and jump right into the full game. And that's the way to do it too. And Joe says he's done the same with Hockey Blast and Hockey Blast Express. Yeah. Clams comes by. Yeah. The Keith Wright spreadsheet is money. It is. Keith Wright spreadsheet is awesome. Every now and then mine will mess up and I'll send it to him. It's like, Keith, can you fix this for me? Could you add this for me? He did he had the power play button for the Hockey Bones, but he didn't have it for the APA or vice versa. So he finally put it in on both for me. It's like, it's so cool. You just hit the power play button and it resets, what you need to do for shifts for the power play. It's really fantastic.
Nice.
Brian says,
smart guys out there, man.
Oh man, yeah, it is. Yeah. It's great.
Yeah.
I think what's great about fast play games of certain sports for me is if I'm not a big fan of the sport, but I like the sport, I don't need every player stat. It's just a little narrative. Yeah, that's true too. So if you got a game that you're just kind of okay with, then that's the way to do it. Yeah, and I like the fact that we have the option to play a game a little quicker if we want to. And that's where the highlights hockey was so good, because as much as I'm enjoying this Hockey Bones right now, I did a period last night or yesterday afternoon, and then I did a period tonight before we come on to talk. And I got one more period to go. And I know it's going to take me probably a half hour or so. So maybe I do it tonight. Maybe I do it tomorrow afternoon at some point, after I get some work done here at the house, or maybe I don't get to it till Friday.
No, I'm going to kick Joe's ass tomorrow for a while.
But with the highlight hockey, a half hour, I'm going to bang that out. It's not a half hour period. It's a half hour for a game. So I know I can get that done. So sometimes the quicker games are great. Sometimes, I want to play a game and I'd like to get the final score. And I'd like to get that final score tonight.
Sure.
And I don't want to really be, at this for 2 days.
I told you I was fotzing around on my computer earlier, and I'm like, and I mentioned it to Joe because I thought Clay came out with a new season for season ticket, and he's like, "No, that's for Flash." I'm like, "Flash?" I did the emoji, and then I'm sitting, I'm like, "Wait, Clay makes good games. Let me go look at this Flash," and he gives you to download the game for free.
I'm trying to
The
think if I
decades
have
are
that or not, Vin.
$7. So I bought all the decades from 50 to the 90s. Now I was looking through them. I'm like, this is an easy game. And you could do scores by quarter. So I'm going to mess with it and see.
I don't remember if I have the Flash.
I'll print some out, Joe. No problem.
I might have to go get that myself.
For that price, I even gave, you know how they have it? You could leave a tip for the like sports mogul people or something. I know it's him. And I mean, this is what he does for a living. So I was like, yeah, what
I
the
don't
heck?
think I have it. I'm gonna have to go check that out. Now
The
that you brought
Canes, I
that up.
rounded it off to $45. Come on.
Yeah, right.
I got 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Every team for the entire decade. And the game. Oh, he meant come and kick his hiney. Oh, all right. I'll try. Yeah, we'll play
Michael
whatever you want, Phil.
Michael Caine. Yeah, things are getting a little bit better. I would say. I strung together a couple of better days.
Yes.
So work's been a little bit better. Home life's been a little bit better. We had that huge deer. Oh dear.
And
That
we're no longer yelling at clouds.
yeah, we're gonna not yell at clouds anymore
Yeah. I
again.
thought that
But
was
yeah, so
hysterical.
sometimes again, you just hit that dark cloud that comes over you, and just sometimes it bleeds into the show. It just does because
Everybody goes through something.
we're humans. That's what we do. We're
Yeah.
humans.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
are you guys playing hockey tomorrow? I think you're playing hockey tomorrow, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're playing a little everything.
Nice, nice. So, so I want to get back to the football plays. We were talking
Yes.
about that earlier, okay?
Funny you want to. Go ahead.
And
gotta
I'd
hear
like
it.
to talk about that. And who was it? Rich was talking about 39 plays a quarter. So let's piggyback off of that. So when I play football games,
Mhm.
they all do it a little bit different. Like Solitaire Pro, they have how many seconds per run, how many seconds per pass, incomplete pass, did he get out of bounds? So they have their own way of doing it. And every game does pretty much. And you can come up with home brews on this and that. And now you get the matchup football where it's like, okay, this is going to be 39 plays a quarter. It's going to be 30 plays a quarter. Whatever it is.
Yes, Joe. Sorry. Go ahead.
I kind of figure that a run's a run. Okay, whether it's the pro or the college, you hand it off and you gain 2 yards. That's going to take you the same amount of time.
You're going right into my wheelhouse. So me and Rabid Wolverine, he hates keeping the time. It messes him up. Okay. I told him, use plays. Me and Jamie Marshall had this discussion for a while. Okay. Every NFL game, every CFL game, every football game is going to have the approximate same amount of plays, if that came out right. I
Yeah,
don't use a clock no more.
that's kind of what I was
Matchup
getting at.
college football showed me that, Dave. I use plays.
Now here's the other thing. So again, I probably circling back to trying to get as close as possible. That's kind of what we were talking about here. But when it comes to plays in football games, I tried it one time where I handed off and I got a run and I wanted to see if it was out of bounds. And if it wasn't out of bounds, then I went 40 seconds. If it was out of bounds, then I went 10. And that was a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, I just want as close as possible. I want to be in the ballpark. I don't want to do 500 plays a game. But at the same time,
There's no need to.
an incomplete pass is 5 to 10 seconds tops.
It's a play.
Tops.
It's a play.
So sometimes some games like mark off 10 seconds. Sometimes people go half play, whatever that means. What I tend to do is the first and third quarter, everything is a play. Everything is 30 seconds. No matter if it's a run out of bounds, a pass, incomplete pass, a sack, everything, punts, everything. Everything I think but a field goal is considered 30 seconds for me. That's just kind of how I do it for the first and the third quarter. In the second quarter, when if it's coming down to 3 minutes and I feel a team is trying to speed it up, then that's when I'll check for out of bounds. That's when I'll try to check for incomplete passes, and then I'll start going half plays. Fourth quarter, teams trying to catch up. I'll Appa has in the was it Ogard 62. I got a ton of stuff off of his website, and somebody had come up with a timing system for the last few minutes of a game, and it went kind of by the distance of the play. It was kind of neat. So if you picked up a 4-yard run, it would be different timing than if you got a 14-yard run, because it would
But
take
it's
a little.
still a play.
Yeah, it is, but more time comes off the clock. I mean, you
But
could
at the end of the day, you're still going with
I,
those average amounts of plays.
oh,
So
well,
you're confusing yourself with all the
well,
clock.
well, that's what you got to try to figure out. I mean, because here's my thing: is if I'm in the last 2 minutes of the game and the team's got the ball on their own 30, if I go 30 seconds of play,
Mhm.
they got 4 plays. You're not running 4 plays with 2 minutes left. You're running a lot more than that, usually. You're throwing to the sideline. You're trying to get out of bounds, incomplete passes. So my point is that if 2 minutes to go in a game, unless it's a blowout and a team just running the ball, I'm not. 4 plays in the final 2 minutes doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for me. And that's when I will fine tune the play. That's when I'll be like, incomplete pass. It's either half a play or it's 10 seconds. This run, does he get out of bounds? Yes, that's going to be a 8-second play. I in the final 2 minutes of the half, and especially the fourth quarter in a close game, that's when I get the fine tune out.
Okay.
That's when I do it. Because to me, to play for 2.5 or 3 hours and get it down to the final 2 minutes, and I got to go 70 yards. I'm not going 70 yards in 4 plays. Just not going to happen. So I'm going to throw that ball and get out of bounds, and that'll be half play. So if I get 8 plays, okay, that's fine too. 8 plays in 2 minutes, that's perfectly fine. If I don't get out of bounds, I count as a full play or take a timeout. I cut, So that's what I do. Again, there's no wrong. There's no wrong. But I do the play. So I do the hybrid. I do the play thing first and third quarter, because I want to get through the game. I don't want to be fine tuning every play. But in crunch time, at the end of the half, and especially at the end of the game, then I do get a little bit more creative and I fine tune those plays and how much time come off the clock. And what I really like about when I use either the Pro Football Helper, right, on the PC, you can put in whatever time you want. 1 second, 2 seconds, 100 seconds. You can dictate how much time comes off the clock. Excuse me. And when I'm using Al Wilson's football field, he's got the little 2-minute track off to the side, which is 5 seconds at a whack.
Right.
Which is great. So when you get to the 2-minute mark, I skip over to the track, and then it's like, okay, quick pass, 5 seconds. Okay. A run in the timeout, 10 seconds. And you can really dial it in at 5-second increments there. So that's what I do. When it comes down to the football plays in the game, that's what I do. I figure the average is, what do we say, 120 plays a game, 125 plays a game.
Yeah.
So that works out for me. So if I get 30 in the first, 30 in the third, maybe I get 35 in the second quarter, and then the fourth quarter, maybe another 35. So that's 130. That's ballpark for me. That's pretty close to me. And those last 2 minutes are going to be really fun if I play it that way, rather than, well, you got 4 plays. Okay, a 5-yard pass and out of bounds is 30 seconds. Well, so for me, that's just not fun. So for me, I like to, again, delayed penalty and hockey bones. I extend that play because that's fun for me. Shootout hockey, I flip 2 cards for the empty net because that's fun for me. That's the crunch time, and I want that intensity as long as I can.
I get it. But see, with plays, and this is what I was telling Rabid, that when it comes down to the 2-minute warning is when an offense is going to use its timeout. So if you're at play, say 28, you call it timeout.
Mm-hmm.
It's play 28 again. So now I put a 28 with a T. Now I call those plays. Now there's two. That's an extra play. Play 29. Call a timeout. That's another play 29. So you're extending the plays. At the end of the day, it's definitely working out the same way, and you're still going to get those 2 minute crunch time. I've had to come back.
Yeah. Vin tied up here. Is that me or is that Vin? Oh, I lost Vin. Can you guys still hear me? I'm trying to get back into the chat here. Uh-oh. Oh, we lost the Vin. Am I still here? Can you guys still hear me? Am I still here? Just let me. Okay, so all right, so you guys can still hear me. So okay, so we lost Vin. Hopefully we'll get him back. He got all excited. I didn't cut him off, by the way. That was not me. That was not me that did that. Now, yeah, Vin said he lost me. So there's a hiccup somewhere. So Joe's talking about either app or a Stratomatic football. So Vin's trying to sync back up. Here's what I would say, Joe. There's a ton of football games. Appa football has more. Well, I shouldn't say it has more. I think it does have more seasons than.
The heck was
than
that?
Strat. There he is. So Vin is back.
Yeah, it must have something with my internet.
But you're back, and that's all that matters. And the program recognizes you, so I don't even have to sync you up anymore.
Oh, nice.
We can kind of go right into
What
it.
did I miss?
I was just talking to Joe about Appa football or Stratomatic football. Both are going to take you a while to play. Stratomatic football, well, they're both really designed for head-to-head, but you can play solitaire. I guess that's fair to say. I went with the Appa football. I really like that because I like the Appa baseball and the Appa hockey, so I don't mind looking up charts. And I find that that's probably one of my favorite games is Appa football, and I've said that before. It takes a long time to play. It's my longest game I play.
Who asked this, Joe? Serio?
Yes, yeah.
I would suggest, and I cut my teeth on Strat, but for a solo engine, I would suggest season ticket.
Yeah, I would too.
As an NFL fan. Great solo game.
Either
Great
that or Solitaire Pro football. Those are the two I would recommend. Season ticket football, Solitaire Pro football. Both a PDF. Solitaire Pro football is all fast action cards. So you do got to print out the fast action cards, but once you print them out, you're done.
Yeah, how many are there?
I think it's 100. I don't know if you get 10 or 12 on a page, but they print pretty quick.
He should send them to drive through or Game Crafter.
I went down to Staples and got mine printed.
And cut?
I don't know if they cut them or not. They might have.
They charge you per cut, like across and down. And
I forget what it was now, but
he should sell, like I said, the fast action cards through drive. But Mike's old school too, so.
Yeah, well, the thing is that every deck that you get is different than every other deck.
Yeah, and I read that.
So your deck's not the same as mine, not the same as anybody else's. So I ordered 2 decks. So I have two distinct decks, so I can rotate in and out to get different results.
So I would never have the same deck as you or John Doe.
Nope.
Oh wow, that's wild.
Yeah, it is kind of weird.
Okay, I get it.
But it's fine. So that way it's not the same deck over and over and over. And what's neat about it too is that you're reading the numbers on the card. There's 5 columns for numbers, and so you can determine what column you want to use to read the numbers off. I think it's a number from 1 to 50 is what it is. And so they say first quarter use the first column, second quarter use the second column. But sometimes I'll be playing and I'll go through the deck once. So my second playthrough, I go through column 2. And then when I get through that, then I go to column 3. And I just mix it up that way.
That would work in my head better.
Yeah, so long as you again, you're playing yourself. So what I'll do is, okay, I'm going to go column 3. I flip over and I get the column 3 number. That's kind of what I do. And it's when I switch it over from whatever. So that way there you get different numbers, different results. But I played that the other night, and that is really fun. That's very inexpensive. Right. Solitaire Pro Football season ticket is fairly inexpensive. And they're both team sheets. They're both team sheets, by the way. So there's no individual cards with any of those. They're both fantastic solo games. They really are. A Solitaire Pro is more old school. It's an
Mhm.
older game, but it works and it works really well. And
Aren't
season
some of the seasons like scans
So
of
yeah,
old shots?
yeah, because he has a ton of seasons for
Yeah.
Solitaire Pro, and some of them are really new and really nice, and some of them are very old. But he explains that in there. He says this is the
Mhm.
old one here, and some have the finders right on the team sheet, and some have separate finders. I think one of the seasons I have, all the finders are separate. You got to print them out
Right.
separate, and they're kind of a
But
pain
you
in the neck.
hit on it. For the price, you can't
But
complain.
yeah, I know you can't complain on
No.
how much that game costs, and it's fun because there's no dice. You just flipping the cards and boom, you're done. Boom, you're done.
Yeah.
And so I like the Solitaire Pro. I think it'd be worth getting a season of that and a season ticket and see which one you like. They're both fantastic solo games. But if you want the individual cards, yeah, Strat and Appa are the way to go. Appa plays like Appa. If you like Appa, then you might like the football. I've come up with my own way to do that, especially with the defense. I have the cards, the defensive cards. Some people hate them. I like them. I think they give me a good variety for the play, and I've argued my point for that. And Strats, I played that in Colorado with Glenn, and it was fun. There's just not enough seasons for me in
Mm.
stock, and but it was fine. The thing about that game is you roll the dice to see if you guess right or guess wrong, and then you roll to see, if you're looking at the defensive card or the
It's
offensive
very
player.
easy to game the system. Like I
Yeah,
said, I've been playing it since 1969, and that's when the game was made. They have so many optional rules you got to remember and put in. And listen, Stratomax been good to me my whole life. I don't recommend the football game
yeah.
anymore. If you
I
got a bunch of guys, you're going to play head to head. You want to stick to
head to
certain
head's the way to
rules.
go. Yeah,
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 but basic is not even the way to
yeah.
play it. It's
I
the advanced
I
version.
play it Appa Basic solo. I use the advanced book or the master book, which gives me a couple of extra plays, which don't really work all that well, to be honest with you.
Mm,
It's got a screenplay and a draw, and neither one really work well. So, but yeah, I like how you got the short pass, the medium pass, and a long pass. I think that's what it is in Appa. I haven't played in a while. I forget now, but um, it's different charts for different things, and I kind of like that. Or maybe it's short pass, long pass. I don't remember now. It's been so long since I played it, but there's a couple different passes you can throw. Um, and I just like how the charts in Apple football are geared towards where you are in the field. And it really does feel like you are, when you get a play, you're dialed into where you are on the field. So if you're on your own 5 compared to the opponent's 5, you're on 2 different charts, which give you different results. And I like that. I really do
makes
like that.
sense.
I like that about Apple.
Hmm.
So I guess Joe, if we're asking about Strat or Appa, for me, I would recommend the Appa football. The seasons are very expensive, but it is my favorite game, and I have so many hours into that, and I just really like it. And I like having all the individual cards for everybody too. I like that, but uh, the season ticket football is great for solo, and so is Solitaire Pro, and they're both team cards, and they're both very inexpensive. So
Yeah.
that might be a way to go with that too.
And Appa has an insane following, so the
Yeah,
help is out there
yeah,
too.
it
I
really.
mean, Dave would help you; he's here, but
Yeah,
there's an insane following, so
yeah,
that's a big dedicated
yeah.
group.
AP's playing 73-74 with deck of cards hockey. I've said this before, and I'm trying to keep this a positive show. I just can't play any of these tabletop sports games with a deck of cards.
No,
For me, if I'm pulling out a deck of cards, I'm going to play cribbage or poker or solitaire or hearts. I just can't look at a 7 of hearts and have that be sports related.
yeah,
It's a mental block in me, and I know there's a lot of great games that people use the deck of cards for, and it's so handy because decks of cards are everywhere. But for me, I want them to have their own fast action cards, like Grant does, or Joe Bryan, or Solitaire Pro, or anything like that. I want you to have the cards. I don't want to be flipping the generic deck of cards. For me, I cannot get into that game. There's no immersion whatsoever for me.
mm,
Sorry, it's just me. So I bought that game and I played it, and I could not get into it at all. Um, Michael says college uses to used to
Used to
tend
have
to have high number of plays
yeah.
because the clock stopped on first down. Oh, okay. Yeah, that would make
Mhm.
sense too.
Yeah.
That would make sense too. Yeah.
But that's the game that got me into wanting to use plays
And the college
was
no longer
ST's game.
stops for first down. So yeah, so that's probably why back in the day you had more plays. So yes, so that would make sense to do
There was
that,
also more running. There
Yeah.
weren't no quick strike offenses back then. I'll tell you, you want to watch a great, I think it's 30 for 30. I think I told you that on the Wishbone, or was it ST I was telling? There was a show about Dow Royal and the Wishbone on the ESPN. Oh my goodness, it was awesome.
Yep.
Awesome. Touching and awesome, but that's what they did. They ran the ball. They ran the ball. So you're going to get more plays. How many times do you think a guy was going to bust it for 80 yards? Unless it was Oklahoma, then. They're the ones that turned it into a track meet. But, back in the day, in the 60s, it was run, run, run.
Yep. Um, yeah, I guess we should bring up the matchup college football too if you like that. Um, that's we were supposed to play that tonight and my night got screwed up, so that's my fault on me. But we will be getting
Yeah,
some
we're good.
matchup football back up here on the channel. That's not a difficult game to play.
No.
It's one of Vince's
No.
favorite games. If you like college, I'm not a big college guy, so
Yeah.
that
Yep.
I don't play it all that much. But
And,
th- th-
if you're going to get into it and you're going to get all three fast action decks, which I highly recommend because everyone brings something different, they're really fun. But you got to love what you're buying. Otherwise, it's not worth it. And ST
yeah,
will tell you the same thing because it's an investment. But if you played as much as I played, if I never played another game, I got my money's worth out of it.
oh yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm now
No.
with some of my games here. The Apple football, I got so many seasons. I spent so much money on that. And again, it's been over time. I didn't buy them all in one weekend. It's like, one here, a couple months, buy another one, couple months, buy another one. I've gotten so much fun out of that I hope I play more. I hope I'm not done with it, but
Yeah.
I'm not complaining. I've had so much fun
It
with
doesn't
that.
owe me nothing.
With the Apple hockey, I got some teams I haven't played, but I think I've pretty much played a game of every season I've got, and I've enjoyed the heck out of it. Same with Bank Shot. I've got hours and hours in the Bank Shot. Now the highlight quick decks hockey and the highlight hockey from Grant. I've had a lot of fun in the spreadsheet setting up my teams, and then I liked it because then you stop playing and the game moves so fast once you get your teams going. It really
I
is.
love Bank Shot. I tell you, I got 2 more seasons coming. I even went with a little Caitlin clock.
I'm wondering when she's going to jump out of that league. I would love to see her at least threaten to leave that league
Yep.
because they are just so jealous of her and they're
Yep.
trying to knock her out. It's like
Trying to hurt
I
her.
wish you would just say, you know something, I'm going to go play in Europe and then see how you do without me.
You know the money she can make over there too.
And the money she's made for and
Oh, yeah.
now that they get better bus and better planes and they're playing at bigger buildings because of her. Sorry, it is. It's just the truth, and
Yep.
they're not happy about it. And I
Nope.
can see how they'd be jealous about it. But
Yeah.
do you want to? I guess it comes down. Is your ego going to kill the golden goose? Because if she
Yeah.
walks away, it's going to go right back to where it was.
I was
People are
listening-
talking about it. No one ever talked about it. Sorry, they just didn't.
Right. She's
And now
making it
they do.
relevant.
Yeah.
I was listening to this audio book that I got going. What's his name? He used to write for Vesey. I forget his first name. Anyway, he talks about baseball history and he brings up this story. And a lot of people, baseball fans, will know that when Jackie Robinson came up, and they were protesting it. The Dodgers didn't want him, making these big arguments. And Leo DeRocha called him in and said, "You're going to play with this guy, and this guy's going to put money in your pockets.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to make World Series money." And they did. They won the pennant the first year.
Yeah.
He was there. This Caitlin Clark is doing things no WNBA player could possibly do.
People want to come to see her.
Yes. Yes.
And they're drawing huge crowds and they're playing in bigger buildings. When she comes to town, they have to go to bigger buildings. You want to get rid of that? You want to go back to playing in high school gymnasiums?
Ridiculous. Let men play in it. What's world's worst? What's he saying?
I don't know. But anyway, Chris saying he had that over the weekend. He had second season, his home team down 6 in the last 2 minutes, and he used the alternate last 2-minute timing. Yeah, see, that's what I was talking about. Out of bounds plays 10 seconds, hurry up plays 20 seconds. Yeah, I used to hurry up too. Yep, and I'll go from 40 to 30 or 30 to 20. I'm the same way. It's just trying to use common sense and again getting it as close as you can. It's not going to be exact. It's a game. And if
Yeah.
you want to play it that you only get 4 plays in the final 2 minutes and they're all 30 seconds, I don't know what they are, that's not wrong either.
No.
You're not wrong. You do whatever
No.
I enjoy that 2-minute drill. I get excited about that. It's like, oh, we got 2 minutes to go, and so I'm picturing those 2 minutes. So I've done my part. I've averaged out all my plays over the course of the first 3 quarters or so, 3.5 quarters, 3 3/4 quarters, whatever. And now I get my crunch time, and now it's going to be time management. And I want to feel like I'm playing the last 2 or 3 minutes of a football game.
It's fun to you. That's what counts. I say it
You're
every
exactly
show.
right. Yep.
I say it every day. Everybody I talk to about this hobby, if it's not fun, it's just not worth it. It has to be fun. And I guarantee everyone here that does their gaming is having fun.
Yeah.
So that's great.
Yep. So Joe, what I did is I have a printer that'll print on 110-pound cardstock. Print it on the 110. It's not that expensive, and just get a Fiskar cutter, and just cut. You don't need to do scissors. Scissors would kill your hands, but get a Fiskar cutter like that orange one I got, and you could probably do them in an hour. You could probably print out the 10 pages or 12 pages, and just cut them up in probably less than an hour, maybe even just a half hour. And then you're done. Then you have your cards and you're all set, ready to go.
Yeah. Or if you have to, Joe, if you have printing problems, it comes in PDF. So you could take the PDFs, send them to a Staples or Office Max, whoever they have, and they'll ship it back to you.
Yeah.
You get it, and they'll send it to you. Then you just have to cut them out.
Yeah. Or you could ask them to cut them. When I went to Staples, my very first time, this was obviously back in 2019, and I went in with the shootout fast action cards. I still got them over here, by the way. And so I went in. I says, "Can you print these out on heavy stock?" And the guy's like, "You want me to score them for you?" I was like, "Okay." So it cost me nothing, basically.
Oh, nice.
Now I think it would be, but when I first went in back in 2019, I think it was like $5 or $10 to score them. I was like, perfect,
Nice.
100 cards all cut up, and they come out pretty good. Not
Did
as
they
good as the
round
drive-through, but
corners?
no,
Nah. Another $5 they might have.
I don't know if I think I have them here. Yeah, I do have them. I have them right here. No, I don't think I don't know if I could round them. No, I can't. They're
Where did I start?
they're pretty tight. See how tight the corners are?
Yeah.
So maybe I could put on the smallest one,
No.
but
No.
yeah, these aren't the corners that I would want to. Well, maybe I could do the small one, but they're a little smaller, I think, than the drive-through. I think the drive-through is really nice. They have a little bit more of a cushion or a buffer.
They're
And
nice
I don't think I would even spend the time rounding corners on this, just because I never use these.
Yeah. I gave Joe the deck from drive-through it was.
Yep.
Yeah, I gave it to Joe cards. He likes it. He likes the shootout game. So somebody have fun with it. I don't play it.
Yeah, I have the oh boy, now I can't get them back in here. I have the drive-through one, so I don't even bother with this Staples one anymore. So the drive-through ones are just so much better.
Oof,
but nice. I have those for backups, or if I want to give them to somebody. And the great thing with season ticket, the teams run team cards, so no cutting, just printing. Yep. And that's the same with Solitaire Pro, same thing,
Easy peasy.
And Barbara has rounded corners on her hockey game. Yep, those are all pre-rounded. Yep, those are special ordered that way, I think. Christopher also says, "I'm reading all the results for all the play results of Primetime Hoots fast action chart cards without having the game out, just the cards, and that is a tremendous learning help." So he's getting some help with that.
Very good. It's a great game. I'm ready to break that one out myself again, too.
Phil says, "I'm going to get the drive-through deck for shootout as well, now that I get his card shuffler."
Gotta have the card shuffler.
Yeah.
They loved my other one, the one that I could charge. The thing is so quiet, but it's like...
Oh, mine makes a lot of noise, when I do it. So I tried to do it down here one night when I was playing on Bank Shot. And I was like, oh, it's making a lot of noise.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's super, I wouldn't do it when the girls were sleeping, but It's pretty cool. The guys all saw it,
Yeah.
so
With the
gotta have it.
shootout, you get the I got 2 decks of shootout. And I got the case too. It's $1. So get the case. It's $1 for the case. So there's
Yeah.
the blue,
Yep.
which is really nice, and the white, and they're both the same. There's no difference. The cards are the same. Corners are rounded.
Yep.
But there's the 2,
I don't know
and
which color I gave. Oh, I think the blue ones. That's
the
the
blue
only
ones
ones.
are really really nice. They really are. But I got one of each because they're only $20. So I'm like, and you get them at the same time, then you get the shipping is cut down, and
Hmm.
so I got 2, and I'll use them both during the game. So I'll flip one blue, then one white, and one blue and one white. The only thing about fast action cards that kind of stinks, except in a game like Bank Shot with Joe, or even matchup football, is that once you burn a card, it's gone. But if you have a ton of cards, then it's not as bad. You don't feel like you're missing out.
Okay.
So, and Raymond and Joe played some shootout last
They
Sunday. Yeah,
did.
shootout is great.
Oh, Ray is.
Okay,
I
okay.
haven't
So,
played with him yet, but
you
I've
got the
heard he's
blue.
like a
Okay.
wizard.
Yeah, no, that game is super super fun. Alan comes by.
Alan.
Thank you so much, Alan. Yeah, not too bad.
Wow. I was thinking of him today, Alan. I can't believe because I was thinking of Alex and then you, and I'm like, oh, I wanted to text you, but I apologize. I hope you're well. I hope everything's good at home.
Yep, things been a little better here. I wonder if I could if there's any way I could check my rail cam from here. I don't know if I could reach it from here or not. It's
The rail, man.
My camera outside. It's I don't know how good the Wi-Fi is on it. Oh, it might be connected, so I can see if I have any visitors tonight, Vin.
Nice. I want to see that 8-point buck again. I got to send my friend that video, but he might come up there. He's a big hunter. There might be
Because it's about 20 feet this way, and it's outside, so I don't know if it's going to connect or not. It's trying to.
I get it, Alan.
Oh
I get
yeah.
it.
Oh yes. Oh yes. The coyote is back.
That's a toy in itself.
Yeah, the coyote is back.
Wow.
Yep. So that's 9:53. So right about the time we started, the coyote is back. Yep. And well, let's check the video.
I tell you what you got
There
to
he
do.
is. He's just kind of
Yep.
walking around, heading over to my neighbor's house. So
Got to make noise. They'll leave.
yeah, damn coyote is back.
Blast some Sabbath. They won't listen. They won't hang long enough.
So that's pretty cool that I can connect to it right from here.
That is. That's a great connection.
Yep. Yep. So I can get it right from my phone, right in bed now. So yeah, there he is. So I'll download the photo. So I got the coyote already. Jeez, the coyote's back.
You know, these chats are almost like we're at the convention, hanging around the lobby.
Yeah, this is kind of fun here.
It is.
Let me show you the Is this the oh, no, not that one.
Did Alan see the video of that 8-point buck? I don't know. That thing is gorgeous.
I got it right here.
I got it. Wow, look at that rack. Can you see that, Alan? Can you see that, gang?
Yeah, that's right
There
outside
it
my
is.
window
Look at
right
that
here.
rack.
Yeah, that was the other night. There's 2 of them. There's one behind him too. This is his legs going by the camera. He's towering over the camera.
It's a big boy.
But yeah, so the coyote's back tonight at 10 o'clock.
Hmm.
I think that's kind of cool that I can actually hit it from here and see what's going on. So
You're in the basement, right?
I'm in the basement, yeah. But I'm at ground level almost.
Okay.
So so yeah, so this thing is, I'm almost at the corner of my house, so it's only about 10, 12 feet away from the house. So but yeah, it's yeah, so the coyote's back tonight already. Yeah. And Alan says yeah, after the coyotes left Arizona, they came here. Yep. They did. And that deer was gorgeous, yeah. Yep. He was a pretty big one. And there was 2 of them. There was an 8-point and then a 6-point. We had never had anything that big. in our yard before. We've had some deer out in the woods, and I can see the highway through the woods. We don't got a lot of woods over here.
There you go.
I
He's a
kind of
good boy.
explained that already, but that's a big deer for over here. If he goes out on the highway, he's gonna get wrecked, and somebody's car is gonna get wrecked. It's gonna be
Yeah.
too bad because he's
Oh,
a
God forbid.
beautiful, beautiful
Yeah,
animal.
yeah, I can tell
Beautiful.
you, around here, they got nowhere to go, so they go I told my wife I would leave the ready to take the fence down so they can hang out in the yard. I feel terrible for them. They're getting killed everywhere because it's just building
Yeah,
and building, building and building.
yeah. It was the size. No joke, Alan. The other day, because I go out, what I'll do, I'll go out in the morning and I'll be making my coffee and I'll go outside and I'll grab the camera because I got it sitting on a tripod out there, and I'll bring it in the house and I'll sit down and I'll connect to it and I'll see what I got for videos and pictures. And for some reason, I says, I wonder if I'm going to get like a moose or something on here. How cool would it be to get a big animal? And I looked and I saw the thumbnails. I went, you got to be kidding me. I
Mm,
says, this a deer I got out there. And then when I played it and I saw, I was like, this thing is huge. It was bigger than me. He's probably taller than me. And it's like, if I ever ran into him, he would destroy me.
that's a big boy.
And I was just like, and then there was one behind him too. And he walked past the camera, walked right over the camera, right out the sidewalk over here. I don't know how far he went, but because that's when the camera ran out. But it's like, yeah, he's right there. It's like, holy cow. So I've been playing that video all day. And my neighbor behind me, um, there's a little bit of woods between me and her house. And she's the one that would always, like, she'd hear the coyotes and say, hey, the coyotes are coming your way. And I'd say, hey, the coyotes are coming your way. So she was at the gym this morning. Says, did you see the deer? She goes, no. I showed her the video. She's like, holy cow. She goes, that's out behind our houses? I was like, yeah.
Yeah,
Because it goes by her house to go to the other set of woods uptown there. But
nice.
yeah. Yeah, she's got the coyotes at her fence too. And she said one time that one of them got their head under and looked into the yard, like looked right at him, and the husband was like, "Get out of here!" The thing
See,
took off.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you
So
just
he had to
yell at
put
them, they won't get
he
comfortable.
put chicken coop wire around his fence so they wouldn't dig in the yard out there.
We had to do a whole deck over the front deck. The groundhogs dug a hole. You could have put 6 bodies in it. No exaggeration. I thought the whole thing was going to collapse. That wasn't cheap either. Had to do the whole thing over.
Yeah, David and Bullwinkle show. Hey,
Thanks,
Rocky,
Alan's
I'm gonna
calling me Bullwinkle.
pull a rabbit out of my hat again. You know what's weird, Raymond Barrett? He says, hope my neighbors don't let the kids sleep out in the tents. If you can picture this circle, okay, so my house is here on the circle, and the woods are this way. I'm sorry, I'm not doing a good job of that. Okay, so my house is here, and the woods are all along this side, okay? So I got a neighbor here, so that's where I'm filming, and then there's 2 more houses, and the house right about at 10 o'clock, which is against the woods, they have 2 small twin daughters, and they're always running around out in the yard, and they have a very shallow backyard, and it goes right into the woods, and they don't have any fence, and they're playing out there, and I'm like, I would not let my kids out in the yard next to the woods with coyotes out there. There's
You
no.
got a lot of wildlife, but if a coyote is there and you make a lot of noise, it's
Oh yeah,
going to
I'm
run.
kind of
It's
hoping.
not a wolf.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping that they'll take off. Now there was a time that next to that house there was a big pile of leaves they had built up. They pushed all the leaves back into the woods, and there was a coyote sleeping or sitting right on the pile of leaves. And I got a good picture of him too, sitting on
Nice.
it. He was all mangy and stuff. He was not very healthy at all. These guys have been pretty healthy because we got a lot of rabbits here.
They look it.
Yeah, so they're not starving, these guys. But that one time I felt bad for the poor thing. You know, he was pretty bad. And then there was one time when my dog was alive last summer. We were walking down the street and someone's like, be careful, there's a fox running around. So we get down to the end of the street, right before we get to the main street that kind of goes around to the highway. He was sitting on somebody's lawn, this fox, and he took off, big, beautiful,
They'll
bushy
run away
tail. Yeah, he
anytime.
took off, and I was like, oh, but he like kind of went the direction I'm going. I'm like, oh man, what's going on over here?
When
So
I
I
had the
don't
groundhogs, I was looking to feed. There was a fox temporarily around, and I was looking to feed him, so he'd come in and kill all the groundhogs.
know.
My wife's like, "You can't do that." I said, "I'd rather have a fox than groundhogs."
Uh,
Yeah, Alan, they dug deep enough. Jimmy's not there under my house, so
oh,
no.
Joe's friend had a black bear down in West Virginia. Oh man.
Oh,
Oh man.
what a mess that had to be for
Yeah.
both of them.
Yeah. Kids don't know the difference between coyote or wolf. Yeah. I would think that wolves are generally bigger, but
Yep.
I don't know if they would attack a human. And they're not, but they're out in the woods.
Wait, what won't? A wolf will attack you.
Think so?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
See, the coyotes are used to being
Especially if he
around the
hasn't
cities.
eaten.
Coyotes are used to being around the cities, and so they're used to people. And I get people say that they've been attacked by coyotes. They come after them and they run away. Or the people run away. One guy said he was delivering DoorDash one day and he dropped it off, and a coyote chased him back to his car. Was trying to get in at him. I was like, well, I don't know if he's trying to get your food or if he's trying to get
The
you.
food. It's the
I thought that was
food.
kind of weird. But yeah, so between coyotes and wolves, ooh, yeah, I thought they were wolves at first because they were so big. And we got a couple of pictures. They were like as big as like German shepherds out here. They were pretty big. Even the baby now. You saw the picture of the baby. He's getting bigger now. He's going to be a big boy.
It don't take long.
Not at all. And there's a whole family of them out there. Lovely. But anyway, so yeah. So anything else you guys want to chat before we wrap up here? Because I'm going to probably jump out. I like to kind of wrap up this hockey game tonight so I can put it away and then
Good for you.
be at the gym tomorrow. And I got a few errands to run and then back to my normal week here. So, um, but it has been fun playing the bones here. It's fun when you pull out a game you haven't played in a while, and it takes a little bit to get back into it. But then when you do, it's like, this is pretty cool. Actually, I'm really enjoying this again. I'm really enjoying the
Joe
hockey
wants to
bones.
see it. I'll put it together. He could hold on to it too. It's not like I'm going to play it for a bit, but yeah. And I got some seasons that he'll like, so I'll bring that tomorrow. And I'll pick up Big Van Vader. And I'll bring him over to Joe's.
Yeah, Sean says coyotes look more like a dog. Yeah, they kind of do. They just got the long snout. That's the thing of a coyote. They had this really triangular face, like the Spy vs. Spy characters. Remember them?
Hmm.
He wasn't he was face to face and yeah, on a path. Chances are they're not gonna. I just don't want to take a chance. You know, and
Well,
when I had my dog, I was kind of scared because there was a
different.
bunch of them. It's like I don't want them coming out of the woods and attacking him. And now what am I going to do?
That's
You know,
different. Matter of fact, I was
he's gonna
telling
get
a friend of
destroyed
mine.
because if there's two of them, he's gonna get destroyed. I mean, I could try to kick one away, but then I'm gonna get bit. And it's like
Yeah,
just don't want to deal with it because they're just looking to eat, and I get it. And but it's like like a shark, you know. Yeah, a shark's gonna bite you. He's not gonna think about it. He's just gonna take a bite out of you. So I'm like,
yeah.
yeah, I don't
A
want to
friend
deal
of
with it.
mine was saying he's a big outdoorsman, and I was telling him, and he goes, "Nah, they'll never bother you." He goes, "Does he have a dog?" I said, "He does have a little dog, but their dog doesn't go outside much." He goes, "That's all, because it will go after the dog, but
Oh
it will
yeah,
not go after you."
yeah, yeah. I
So
told you my friend on the video game podcast. I think she just moved in with her boyfriend, and she says she's got coyotes outside of his house, and she's walking the dog, and one tried to snack the dog while she was walking him.
yeah,
So she's got to carry a stick now to hit the coyotes away. She goes,
yeah.
they're very brazen. They're not afraid of you anymore.
You got to get what's called a burner. Byrna. It's a non-lethal gun. You're allowed to carry it in any state.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, and the most lethal pellets they sell are hard to get because people buy them up, but it shoots like a pepper spray at a velocity. You hurt somebody. You'll
yeah.
hurt some. They tell you, don't just think you could just pull it out. You got to treat it as if you're under, in a self-defense situation. But they're totally legal. Byrna. I was going to get one for my wife because I don't want her walking around with.
Hmm.
I'll leave it at that. But yeah, but these you could go. And I tell guys, get it for your wives. They're riding trains.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think it holds 5 shots.
What was it shoot? Pepper spray?
It shoots like look it up. Byrna. Burner. They sell out quick.
Hmm.
The high end ones. There you go. See,
Yeah.
clams and stuff said it.
Yeah. Yeah. I used to carry I used to take a stick with me when I walked the dog when the coyotes were showing themselves, and I was like,
Yeah.
what's going to help? And
No, these are good. I think the high end ones are about $5, but I think you get them cheaper too.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. And ain't nothing nobody could say. It's legal in every state.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. So anyway, um, so before we wrap up, so people in the chat room? So what are you guys going to be playing the next few days or this weekend? We'd like to know what you guys are up to. Again, you kind of knowing that you know what I'm doing. Some bones. I don't know what I'm gonna. I got to get the matchup football out. I know I got to do that, but it's hard to pull myself away from the hockey right now. I'm on such a hockey kick. I really am. So Vin's got the matchup football right there, ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
He's been playing that. I know he's been playing a little bit of basketball.
I still got to finish my overtime with 59 Syracuse and 58 LSU. What a game. What a game. It's 6-6. Syracuse has the ball in overtime. I just have not been able to get back to it. Matter of fact, I was talking to ST while I was playing it, and I was giving him pictures of his cards on my phone. Look what just pulled. Look at this. Look at that. And the Syracuse drove down to the 2-yard line. LSU held them. They kicked the game tying field goal. We'll see.
Nice.
So, yeah. Love my gaming.
All right. So Sean says he's doing quick results hockey. He's playing 87-88 Devils. That's good. And Duffer Man's got a payoff pitch 82. Reds and Cardinals on the table.
Nice.
So that's good to see too. Alan says he's got a new game that he likes to play. Fall Classic Baseball. He's been playing the 66 Mets. He says the cards are great and the game flows very well. Raymond says Joe Cards recommended you join the 81-82 NHL co-op replay. Yeah, I'm trying to think what game you would have for that. I've been playing the 49. I think it's 49 Quick Text, right? Because that's the one. Yeah, he's got 81-82, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I played that. Obviously, Red Ice has that available too. The 81-82. So if you want to use that,
you can use that in the 81-82. You can use that.
Yeah.
I don't know the stats they accept there.
Yeah, I think you just got to get goals, assists, and goals against for the goalie. I don't think there's any penalties.
Okay, Scott's showing off. Look at that, Dave. He's showing off. That's bragging, like really, right? In the gaming world.
All right, so hang on a sec here. We'll get to him. Hang on 1 second. So Ryan,
I'm always looking who's saying what.
Ryan's just ordered Soccer Blast English Pro Season. He's going to be playing some games for the 24-25 co-op soon. So Scott says, I am playing Appa Master game tonight.
That's bragging, isn't it?
The 19 White Sox and the 17 Indians. Yep. Yeah, no, there's no 81-82 for shootout. I looked. I was going to play some shootout, but it's no 81-82 for shootout.
Wow.
Yeah.
Surprised you, John.
They have 80-81 and 79-80. I think they have 80-81, but they don't have that one. There. Let me see. Let me just
I haven't played it, so I guess I gave it to Joe.
Let me double check on the shootout. 79-80 and 83-84. Yeah, they don't have 81-82. I have it in Bones. I have it in Appa, so I could theoretically play that. But yeah, there's no shootout for that. Michael says, I've created 2 fictional teams for breakaway football that I'm play testing.
I saw that post.
The replacements. Mike. I love the replacements. And the Mean Machine from the Longest Yard.
Mike, you like that breakaway football? Jamie Marshall's so intrigued by it, but it looks more for a head-to-head game. I don't know.
I haven't played it yet. I was supposed to check it out if I went to Canton. I think they're going to be there again. I was going to do that.
That's what Jamie told me to do. Look them up and take a look at the game.
Yeah. But yeah, I need to check the that season ticket football thing you're talking about there.
Flash.
So season ticket football. Season ticket games. There we go. Let's see. Home.
He actually has 2 sites.
Season ticket football. Season ticket football. Flash.
That's interesting, Mike.
Oh, I like how he puts the pictures here so you can read what they look like there, the PDF files.
And, Mike, if you bring it to Canton, I'd like to check it out. I'm going to see you there with Jay and all. I can't wait. So I'd like to see it.
Final game scores for each team, quarter by quarter, or single drive scoring. Oh, for overtime.
Yeah. Oh, for overtime, yeah. But that's quarter by quarter. Like I said, $7 a decade. Come on.
I'll have to get it. So they have some sample teams. I'll have to get it and check it out.
Yeah. Well, I didn't wait for the sample teams. Like I said, I ordered the decade. So
Oh yeah, they do have the decades here.
yeah, I went from the 50s to the 90s.
I like quarter by quarter games. I
It even
do.
gives a rule for normalization
Oh,
if
it
you
does.
want to.
Nice,
Well,
nice.
you know Clay. He don't miss too much.
So yeah, so you get an offense and a defense, and yeah, looks like then you roll, see what it's gonna be. So what do you roll?
Same way you roll the the season ticket dice.
Oh, 2d10 and 1d6, and then add them together.
Like I said, you know what? For the money he charged, this Clay does for a living. I don't mind donating $45. What the hell? Put more work into that than he's making, guaranteed.
Mm.
Most of these game guys, he ain't making nothing. So
Yeah, I'll
if
have
I
to
could
check this out.
support him, I
I'll
like
probably
Clay.
I'll check this out and I'll
No,
see. Um, and Scott says now I see why Dave plays basic APA late at night, 3-2 in the third. Yeah, the Scott, kudos to you for the master game. I enjoy playing that, but yeah, it's for me. It takes a long time to play APA master.
go
And
back to bank shots, Scott.
yeah,
You'd be
and
done by the sixth inning.
but the Appa Master is so fun with all the different things, and I love how everything comes into play, pitchers and lefties, righties, and it really is it's a superior game to basic in all aspects. It just takes a super long time to play. Now, someone told me I could get it in a half hour or so if I started getting good at it, which I probably should. I probably
How
should.
fast does Tebow play it?
Oh, gee, he plays that faster than I play basic. He just knows everything about it, you know. He just really does, you know.
That's great.
Um, and Michael's talking about some good games here.
Breakaway. He's going to be
We're
there.
talking about Breakaway. Okay, let me get back to Breakaway here. Um, uh, the Breakaway team is going to be there as well as the tournament on Sunday. Oh, nice, nice.
I'm sure Jamie keeps bringing it up every time I speak to him. He's like, "You got to check it out. You got to," because apparently the teams are designed. I don't know why they don't use the real names, but they're designed after actual teams.
Yeah, they're trying to avoid
But I don't blame
copying
them
and all the
the way
issues.
they.
Yeah, just you
That's
got to
another
do that.
story.
So anyway, but
Yeah,
alrighty, so we want to thank everybody for coming by. Kind of a last minute Wednesday night chat thrown together. Got to talk about some games. I'm going to try the season ticket flash. I'm going to try that. See how that goes. And that'll be another game I'll be addicted to. I do like rolling quarter by quarter.
yeah. I'm going to check it out when I hang up.
Yeah, I'm going to have to
I'm going to print some teams out and.
Yeah, I'll try try a couple sample teams, see if I like how the mechanics work. I probably will. I like some of those games. Yeah, it's always fun. Yeah, no food references tonight. No food references tonight.
No, we're trying to eat better.
Oh my gosh, yeah. We just went to Texas Roadhouse tonight, and just you have a couple of those rolls. They're so good. And I actually got chicken tonight. I got a portobello mushroom chicken tonight rather than a steak. It was really good. With some cheese on it, and the gravy was good. Oh, it was just so good. I
I
shouldn't have.
never ate chicken again. I would be happy.
Yeah, I do
My
like my
wife
chicken.
makes it too much.
I had chicken for lunch and chicken for dinner today. So, all right, it's 4-2 now. Scott's still in the third inning. So, but have fun with that. Scott plays some good games. Scott's a good guy. I like Scott.
I agree 100%.
He's always fun. So, all righty. So I'm going to go try to finish up my hockey game. I'm going to check the webcam. I'm going to download that. I got a lot of stuff to do, and it's almost midnight over here on the East Coast.
Yeah.
So,
Mike
anyway.
Kane, let us know when you're going to stream that. I'd like to check it out. All right.
Yeah, we want to check that out. So let everybody know. And so I want to thank everybody for coming by and hanging out with us tonight here, trying to keep you cool. It's now 74, 75 degrees outside. So
Bob, stay indoors. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just been really hot out. So stay inside. Stay away from the wildlife. I got the coyote running around out there, so I'll see if it'll be interesting to see if I get more than
Hi,
one thing
Joe.
going on. You know what's weird, Vin, is I'll see the coyote, and then like an hour later on a timestamp, I'll see a rabbit go by. And then a couple hours later, I see the coyote go by. So they're all taking the same path. It's just, luckily they don't run into each other, you know? Sometimes you hear them screaming out in the woods. It's like, oh, I don't want to.
Um,
Oh, I hate that. I hate that.
we got a
So,
great group.
yeah, good group of people here tonight. Thanks for everybody coming by. Thanks for the
Yes.
kind words. We're just kind of taking it easy tonight here in the
Yep.
cool downstairs, trying to cool down a little bit. So we shall talk to you all later. We got a new show. I did post the last show the other day. So we got a new show coming up. I'm not sure if it'll be live. The live ones have been doing pretty well, but sometimes it's nice to get a recorded show in there. We had some great suggestions, by the way. One suggestion was, what kind of tournaments do we play? And just discuss the different kind of tournaments that you can play instead of playing a full season, what you can do for tournaments. Another one was, what's your favorite gaming moments? That was another good one. I think we've done similar things, but I think we need to do that
You just
kind of
brought
thing
back
again.
1,000 memories in a flash to me when you
Yeah,
said that.
it's hard to nail down just one. It really
Yeah.
is. But that was another suggestion we had. So I think we're going to tackle that as well. And I think I actually sent you a couple of topics. I got to go back and actually look to see what they were. So there's a few other things we'll talk about. But yeah, we'll have another show. I don't know, maybe we'll record this weekend. I know we're going to get some matchup football back here on the channel. So we're going to be getting that going as well. A lot of things going here. Again, I had a week or two of a couple of hiccups, so I didn't get a chance to get as many things done. I still have an unboxing I need to do. I still got guests lined up to come on the show, and I need to get that going. I just have still got a couple of games in my email I need to go check out, and I just haven't got to yet. It's just everything's just really been a whirlwind since May when we had the gathering. It's really just kind of been a whirlwind. Here we are going into August already. It's just
And
just trying to catch up.
maybe we could start revealing our little plan and see who's interested.
Yeah.
Hang tight, crew. We won't say it now,
Yeah,
but
what's that?
yeah,
Maybe, yeah, it could be. It's in the fall, early winter. Yeah, we're thinking
yeah,
about that.
yeah,
So that could be a fun time
yeah.
to do some things like that. So, well, all right. Yes. No, we're not going to reveal anything tonight. We need to
No,
save
Ray.
that for
Go
another
to
time.
sleep.
Go to sleep.
I love you, Ray. I do.
So,
He's a great guy.
anyway, all right, gang. We'll talk to everybody later. Have a good night and talk to
Night,
you.
everybody. God
Talk to you
bless.
soon. Bye bye.